the final game of the night here at the 2017 Colt World Series on day number 2. This will feature Mexico and South Korea. Mexico will be the home team in this game. Sean Walker, Chris Walker here again in Lafayette, Indiana. The 2017 Colt World Series as presented by MTC Sports. Chris, has been a fun day of baseball. We've had some great comebacks. We've had a little bit of drama, a little bit of ejections. But now a team that I know you and I kind of look forward to seeing. It's our first look at Mexico. They're always a really good squad when they come here.
Yeah, I took a sneak peek at Mexico as they were taking infield, outfield. And, man, those infielders, I love to always watch the middle infielders from Mexico. Those guys look like they can really play the game. This should be a lot of fun action here tonight.
Look at the umpires behind the plate here for the final game in our IU Health pregame show, as Mexico will take the field. As we mentioned, they are the home team today. So let's go to South Korea, and we'll take a look at their batting lineups first. Leading things off for them was Taeho Kim, Gyo-min Lee, Ji-no, Jong Na, Hyo Kwon Kim, and Jeon. Round out your starting lineup there for South Korea. Defensively for Mexico, from the outfield around, it'll be Lopez, Cervantes, Leyva, and then Sanudo, Rivera, Lugo, Cervantes in the infield, and behind the plate is Guerrero. Your starting pitcher for today's contest for Mexico is Rigoberto Borbolla. That's a good look at Rigoberto there, number 10 for Mexico. He'll get the start in today's game. The winner of this one will move on to face the Netherlands tomorrow.
What time will that game be, Sean?
It is scheduled for 6:30.
That's a late game?
It is the late game.
Okay.
Obviously, those times can change depending on pace of play from the games before. Our weather for tonight's final matchup. Temperature currently at 74 degrees. Winds basically non-existent. Humidity at 61%. And we are a little bit cloudy there on the forecast. Tipmont REMC is our sponsor for today's weather.
Just been an absolutely outstanding day weather-wise for baseball. Could not ask for anything more. I think this is one of the great settings in Lafayette. Colt World Series, night games, big crowds on hand. It is just a pleasure to be a part of this event.
Good look at the fans taking in the final game of the night here. A lot of the fans from the game that just finished have stuck around. A lot of fans that have come out to support Mexico shown up, given by the green and red colors in the stands.
You know, Sean, they took that picture of us as we're doing the intro to the game, and I think I'm going to have to talk to that guy that wants to be the trainer from Bay County because, man, I'm getting a little round. I'm going to have to do something about this.
It's from all the food that you get to eat during this week. That's what happens.
Oh, man. Wow.
So it'll be the lefty on the hill again for Mexico in Borbolla. He'll get the start. Leadoff hitter for South Korea is Kim Taeho. Taeho Kim, however you'd like to say it. Either way is acceptable, is what we've been told. That delivery low in the zone, 2-0 count now.
Quickly ahead of the count, 2-0. It's Kim Taeho, or Taeho Kim.
A good look at him, chomping on some bubble gum. That one in there for a strike.
Nice fastball there by Borbolla.
The South Korea team yesterday against Greensboro, North Carolina, looked like they were defeated and out of it going into the 7th inning. They rallied, walk-off win fashion.
Yeah, I wonder, is it Borbolo or Borbollo? Because we know, I've known in my Spanish days that the double L is kind of pronounced as a Y, so I wonder. I may have to bring out some of my old school Spanish speaking skills. So we're going to go with Rigoberto Borbollo.
Well, we asked him for the pronunciation of his full name, and he just put Rigo. That one off the plate. So the first batter of the evening will reach via the walk. South Korea gets their leadoff hitter aboard. Lee Gyu-min, DH, wearing number 10. This will be his first at bat today. And this team from South Korea, pretty quiet in yesterday's matchup until that final inning, and then just erupted in what has been a treacherous tournament for Greensboro, North Carolina. I mean, just 2 devastating losses after taking big leads into the final inning.
You know, Sean, this is that situation when I talk about if you're the base runner with a left-handed pitcher up, you want to get that one-way lead. You want to try to see what this guy's best pickoff move to first base is as early as you can. So I would get as far as you can off the base to where you feel you can get back safely and make sure your first move is back toward first base. There's a good move.
The throw over there, obviously the runner back in plenty of time.
But again, the intent of that one-way lead is you want to try to get a read and try to see what that left-handed pitcher's best move over to first base is as early as you can.
This one popped up in the air, and that's going to spell
Poor
trouble.
base running.
Doubled up now is South Korea. And just like that, you go from having a runner on with no outs to nobody on and 2 outs.
Yes, it was. Not very good base running. You got to read the ball down on the ground, and that ball's popped up, and he right away, Kim Tae-ho took off, and he just didn't read that ball at all. And that's going to lead into a double play, but we've seen that a couple times today. Poor execution via the bunt, and it's led to 2 outs instead of 1.
No Ji-woo. That offering up in the zone. I'm told this team from Mexico were really good, and quite a few of these players participated in the Pony World Series last year. We'll see players like Brian Guerrero from Mexico, who got the start behind the plate today. Heard talk that he is a power hitter for this team from Mexico.
We've seen a little bit of power today.
Vicente Valenzuela did not get the start today, but had a great outing a year ago in the Pony League World Series. Pitched a complete game, allowed just 1 run on 3 hits. Struck out 9 batters in that game, so got some dominating stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We got a timeout. I think there's a ball on the field.
Is there a ball on the field, or the guys, or something's going on? Oh, no, I just think it was
They were trying to get
South
to the bullpen.
Korean players, yeah, they're walking down in the bullpen.
What was on the field were players.
Yeah, exactly. Good pitch.
Barboya, let's run with that. I like it.
Borboya.
Barboya,
Yeah.
3-1 count, 2 outs.
Oh,
This
good
one
swing.
turned on and hit hard, but it's foul.
3-hitter right there that's got some quick hands. Nice left-handed hitter, short, quick swing, try to go in hard, and he shows you he has the ability to turn on the ball hard. Let's see what Borborio goes with right now. Full count. You may see the lefty on lefty breaking ball here early in the game.
Three-two count, 2 outs. Now let's shoot the walk. Nice at bat there. He took a good cut on 3-1, then had a good eye on 3-2.
Absolutely. Borborio stays away from him there. Gives up the free pass. Nothing hurt there.
Even though he's got 2 outs, he has issued 2 walks to the first 3 batters face. So
That's right.
Borboya struggling to find the zone here early on.
Tell you what, we're going to have to introduce him to Mark Burley because he doesn't have a good pace to him. Borboya will lull you to sleep, man. He's really deliberate on the mound. Gets his sign, takes his time, and, man, that's – if I'm one of his fielders, I'm telling him to pick up the pace a little bit.
Jang Yi Jun steps in now for South Korea. This one fouled away. They might find that one floating in the lazy river tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think you want to throw that one back in.
Yeah, nice turnout. Good following there from the team of Mexico. I don't see the flags just yet, or the hats, or the, I guess I don't know what it's called, but like the sweater thing they pull over their head and they
I don't know.
Those things are pretty cool too.
I don't know.
Maybe saving those for another night. This ball gets away, allows the runner from South Korea to advance to second base.
Catcher Brian Guerrero tried to get back there and just couldn't get it in time to make the throw at second base. Here's Guerrero.
There's a short hopper to third. Good strong throw across the diamond, and the third out of the inning is retired. So South Korea able to get a couple runners on base by walk. They can't get anything going. Held hitless. We'll be back with the bottom of the first right after this.
Makes the play in Puerto Rico. The celebration underway. They're the Colt World Series champions. Rounding second, heading for throw. Ready for home. Throw up the line. Now in time. Second and third. Strike three call. Tijuana, Mexico has won the 2016 Colt World Series.
Be sweet to happily live a life that's filled with glee and sing about how joyful it can be. I'd like to hear that.
Live life to its fullest every day with the highest level of primary care from Indiana University Health.
When you have your health, you have everything.
Indiana University Health. Schedule same-day primary care appointments at 1-888-IU-HELP.
Good shot of the sunset here from Lafayette, Indiana. We'll be firing up the lights here pretty soon, I would think. On the evening, bottom of the first, is Mexico. The home team will come to the plate. Let's take a look at their batting lineup. Due up first for them will be Jorge Rivera, followed by Lugo, Guerrero, Cervantes, Sanudo, Borboya, Cervantes, Lopez, and Leyva round out their batting lineup. Defensively for South Korea, the moment I've been waiting for all night. Kwon, Jang, Na, Kim, Jian, Hyo, and No, presented by Ivy Tech Community College. Starting pitcher today for South Korea is going to be Lee Jong-min, or Jong-min Lee. So there's your starting pitcher as number 99 gets warmed up. So South Korea and Mexico set to get underway here in the bottom half of the first. Chris, we saw that first inning go by there. A couple of walks issued by Borboya, but ended up able to get out of the inning unscathed. Had some decent defense behind him.
Yeah, just, you let a couple guys on, but then you had the poor execution by South Korea on the bunt attempt, so you got able to turn a double play out of that. Then you walk the next guy, and then you get the 5-3 put out for the third out. So, again, pitchers, you have to try to minimize the damage. And Borboyo was able to do that in the first inning.
Got some
Ladies getting
fans
down.
grooving in the stands
Yeah,
as
they're
the
getting down.
kicking up the music here at Loeb Stadium. Mr. Usher Raymond.
Usher Raymond. And then is it Lil Jon in that with him? Is it? I can't remember.
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
and Ludacris.
That's right. That's right. Christopher Bridges, I think is his real name.
Started out as Mr. Love on Atlanta radio.
Oh, man. And I cannot believe the depths of your musical knowledge. It's scary.
It's when I struck out in that genre that I had to just come to broadcasting. I enjoyed talking and trying to be center of attention, and evidently this worked out for me. So here we go. First pitch. Up in the zone, ball one.
Jorge Rivera donning the number 42, which gets worn once a year in Major League Baseball. And that is on Jackie Robinson Day.
That one in there for a strike. Great point. Both of the starting pitchers in this one very slow and deliberate
Oh, man.
with their delivery. See the step back, the rock 3 times, and then the pitch.
That's right. Yeah, at this pace, I don't know. This may be the game you want to have first of the day, not the last one of the night.
This one slapped towards the right side. Second baseman there. Come up, make the throw, and the first out is retired. That'll bring up Angel Lugo.
Routine play there by the second baseman, Jin Woo Jeon. There he just stays down on the ground ball, fields it cleanly, comes up, makes a throw to the first baseman for the first out of the inning. Brings up the number 2 hitter, second baseman, Angel Lugo. Go ahead, Sean.
That one in there
I
for
know
a
you want to
strike.
say Angel. Go ahead.
It is Angel Lugo.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
That pitch in the dirt.
Nice job by the catcher there.
1-1 count.
Woo going down and blocking that ball.
Swing and a miss that time. Thought maybe it clipped one of them as it went through there, but both catcher and umpire seemed to be okay. Lugo donning the number 12. That was my jersey number back in the day.
Oh,
This one lifted foul.
yeah, I thought that was hit better than it was.
I know yesterday, through those first couple of games, I mean, we had pitchers that were on the mound ready to throw, and there was just a pace that was rocking. I mean, it was so hard that even down the truck, the guys were having trouble just showing you a standard replay because they were back to play so quickly. I don't think we're going to have that trouble here.
It's a high fastball there that number 2 hitter Angel Lugo swings a little bit under for the second out of the inning.
So Brian Guerrero will step in now, the catcher here from Mexico.
Yeah, Sean, I have to agree with you, man. The pace is slowed down tremendously. Feels like a Yankees-Red Sox game right now.
Maybe the baseball gods have decided that we've had enough excitement for one day.
That's
what do you
right.
think?
I think that may be the case.
Delivery.
Nice
This one
swing.
slapped into left center. Guerrero takes a hard turn around first base, and he'll retreat. A nice single there, 2-out single for the 3-hitter.
Nice swing there by Brian Guerrero. Just gets a fastball, drives the line drive over the shortstop's head. Left fielder cuts it off, makes a strong throw into second base to keep him at first base. So, as Sean said, runner on first base with 2 outs.
Thought that was a great job that time by Quan, actually, the route he took to get that ball in left center.
You know, you called that right on, because we saw in the previous game a couple of pretty poor routes where balls got behind outfielders that normally would not have, and allowed extra runners to get extra bases. So really nice job by the left fielder there.
This will be Alejandro Cervantes. There's number 23, starting center fielder here from Mexico.
So are we to assume that Alejandro and Alfredo are brothers, cousins, anything in their player profiles or anything like that?
See what I can dig
I'm
up
gonna
for you.
make you dig for it. I'm sorry.
I don't know that we have time in this game, but let's see what we can find out. That one out of the zone.
Yeah, fastball in, back Cervantes off the plate a little bit. And Jong-Mi Lee steps back on the mound.
That pitch in there for a strike.
His pace from the stretch has picked up a little bit more than out of the windup.
Not related.
Not related, huh?
Alejandro Cervantes Verduzco, Alfredo Cervantes Sotomayor.
Well, no relation.
Well, not everybody can be brothers like us, man. It's kind of fun. Yesterday we had Mike and Mike up here, not the Greenberg-Golick connection, but we had Mike and Mike in the booth. Today we got Walker. I did that on purpose when I scheduled all this.
I like it.
This one slide back off the fence. 3-2. Cervantes staring down a full count here with 2 outs. The delivery. Up in the zone, that'll draw the walk. So 2 runners on base now for Mexico. It was a team from Mexico last year that won this Colt World Series. It's a team that, or a tournament, that has been played 48 straight years here in Lafayette. I believe they said it's the 64th year for the Colt World Series. It's the 66th year for Pony Baseball.
Wow.
This one right back up the box. Pitcher does a good job fielding his position. The toss over to first, and the 3rd out is recorded. We'll score it 1-3, and that'll end the first inning. We'll be back. South Korea come to the plate when we return.
When you visit Pepe's Mexican restaurant, you'll be greeted a fun, vibrant family atmosphere. Whether you're joining us for lunch, dinner, or a special occasion, our manageable prices and sizable portions of authentic Mexican dishes will guarantee you won't be leaving hungry. And as always, free appetizers for waiting because that's just the way we are. So come dine in or carry out. Open 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. every day. Pepe's Mexican Restaurant, located at 2525 Sagamore Parkway in the mall parking lot, Lafayette.
Pretty special, right? Where else can you get this?
No, pretty much anywhere.
What?
What? Oh, yeah, no, I meant Xfinity On Demand. You can get it on all your devices, anytime, anywhere. But yeah, this you can only get here. Dude, where's your horse?
Who cares?
Awesome is having the most TV shows and movies anywhere with Xfinity On Demand.
Power. We all want it. We all need it. It not only lights our homes, but it drives our businesses. It strengthens our communities. It empowers us to make our own decisions. Today, we're giving power to more than 22,000 members. We're a homegrown, locally based cooperative that does something the big electric companies won't: give safe, affordable, and reliable power to rural communities. We're Tipmont REMC, and our members have the power.
Here's a shot of the lights here at Loeb Stadium. They have been turned on. South Korea, Mexico, knotted up at 0. Top of the second inning here, as South Korea will come to the dish. It'll be 5-6-7 for them. In Na, Hyo, and Kwon.
As you say, those lights have been turned on, and they are soon to be torn down.
That was a beautiful shot by our third base camera operator over there, Wes Wolf. Give him some love.
Yeah, as we talked about earlier, this field, I believe at the end of next year, they will start tearing this thing down to do the reconstruction and the rebuild, and they're going to be turning this field around, and it is going to be a beautiful complex when it is completely finished.
So, Yup at the plate.
Yep. See if we can put a good swing on a pitch here. Ball 2.
Yeah, that pitch up in the zone as well. Poor Boyo. Gave up a couple of walks in the first inning. Came out of it unscathed. Pitch up as well. 3-0 now. And the delivery. 4-pitch walk. As Yup will be the second base runner in as many innings to lead off the inning with a walk. Chanmin Hyo now comes up. Hitting 6th in the lineup today. Rocks the number 17. Hits from the left side.
Chanmin Hyo.
I'm trying to tee you up there.
Hits from the left side.
And where's number 17?
What position
I thought
does he
as a
play?
Cubby guy, you'd
Mark
be
Grace?
all
I'm
over
sorry,
that.
No, I had to look and see the number, make sure it was 17. That'd be old Mark Grace.
First base, there you go.
You're right. You're right on. Yep.
See, I just disproved your Cub loyalty right there.
No, I got it. I just had to think about it. I had to think about it for a minute.
This one ripped foul down the line.
Mark Grace was a doubles machine, man. That guy would knock 50 doubles a year like nothing. Never hit for much power as in home runs, but he hit a lot of doubles in his career. And can really play the position at first base. And you have to when you have Sean Dunston throwing balls about 105 mile an hour from shortstop, not knowing where any of them are going to finish up. So got to be on your toes.
Sean spelled Shawan.
Shawan Dunston.
Shawan.
Yep.
This one hit back towards
Here
second.
you go. Nice job.
They flip it,
those guys
and they
can
turn
play.
it. Middle infield for Mexico, fantastic on that play. 4-6-3.
That's a beautiful play. It is. I like the little flip. Nice turn and pivot there by shortstop. Nicely done, fellas. 2 outs.
That is why you're allowed to give up walks to start an inning, is when you've got a defense behind you like that.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, it's okay.
The delivery.
Oh,
This one in the dirt.
50-footer there.
And then when nobody's on base, those don't matter.
Young Carlisle running after the ball there. Unless he's wearing someone else's shirt.
Kwon at the plate here for South Korea.
Hit the Quan. 2 outs. No one on base here for Kwon Oh-ryun. Nice job by the catcher there.
Yeah, good block. A little bit of fun facts about Seoul, South Korea. It's the capital of Korea. It's the world's 16th largest city.
Wow. What's
It's
the population? Does it say?
9.86 million. Wow. Summer temperatures reach around 90 degrees and 75 during the night, so not a huge difference to what we kind of feel here in our Indiana summers.
You know, you wonder with all some of this political upheaval going around the world right now, you wonder if any of these young kids are affected by any of this, you know, and pay much attention to it.
That's the unfortunate thing is sometimes kids can't be kids.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
For Seoul, South Korea, they won the 1994 Colt World Series championship, and that represents the nation of Korea and the Asia Pacific zone's only title.
Wow.
So in the 64 years, they've won it one time. They had a 14-hour plane ride and traveled almost 7,000 miles to get here. That pitch up and in.
I think they're trying to match their plane ride with this game tonight.
Probably true there. You take a look at Mexico, and their population for Los Mochis is 256,613 compared to the 9.86 million. It's old South Korea. This lifted to center field, fly ball routine out, and that'll do it for this part of our inning. When we come back, more baseball headed your way here. You're watching the 2017 Colt World Series presented by MTC Sports.
Thomas Phoenix Lawn and Garden is your local Husqvarna dealer. With us, you'll find a knowledgeable staff that's able to provide quick turnaround service so your business doesn't have to stop. From zero-turn mowers to trimmers and chainsaws, Husqvarna has you covered. And with the fleet program, the more you buy, the more you get in return. With that kind of stability, you can rely on us for the long haul. Get your Husqvarna equipment today at Thomas Phoenix Lawn and Garden, located at 6292 West County Road 0 in Frankfort.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these 2 laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
We take a look inside the Mexico team dugout. This part of our broadcast is presented by Pepe's Mexican Restaurant, located in the mall parking lot at 2525 Sagamore Parkway South in Lafayette, Indiana. You can dine in or carry out, and you can make them part of your pregame or postgame celebration. So check them out on your way home.
Good stuff.
Look down into the dugout where the Lafayette All-Stars went from having heads down 10-2, to winning a game earlier today and still having their tournament hopes alive.
Well, I see what they're doing. They're really happy because they're sitting next to the superstar, Brooke Humphrey, there. See my son Jacob Walker down there as well, but Brooke Humphrey, going to be the sophomore sensation, the volleyball star, I should say, at McCutcheon High School.
Got to cover her a year ago. Saw a nice little duel between a couple of freshman volleyball players. McCutcheon obviously a lot bigger than Clinton Prairie, but we covered that volleyball match and saw a good one. Oh, and fouled away.
Yeah, Brooke gets a little embarrassed. Every time I see her, I call her superstar. They live in our neighborhood, and she gets so bashful, and she just kind of smiles. And so you got to get used to that.
Rigoberto Borboya.
Borboya.
Starting pitcher today for Mexico. This is his first at bat in the game. Hitting that number 6 spot today for Mexico.
Nice curveball.
Big bender in that time.
Yes, it was.
The winner of this game will get the Netherlands, who looked really impressive in their opening round game against the Lafayette All-Stars last night, winning 10-0 in run rule fashion. 1-2 count now to Borboya. One-two offerings in the dirt. 2-2 now.
Wouldn't be right, Sean, unless this count goes to 3-2, buddy.
This one slapped towards second base. Does a nice job of playing it, even though he risked the ball playing him. Gets the put out either way.
Yeah, I like the decision to stay on the balls of your feet to come attack that last hop. The only thing I'd rather see is stand in front of that ball, when you do that, because if that ball bounces and it takes a bad hop and you're like that, it's going to bounce and go into the outfield, and you're going to have an E4. But good hands there by the second baseman to get that first out.
First pitch swinging strike here to Alfredo Cervantes.
The key in that situation, though, is to make sure you're on the balls of your feet as an infielder. You can't get back on your heels, because then you're kind of in quicksand there and you're camped, and you don't want to be like that, especially in an infield that can be choppy at times. It's a football number, 71.
That one out off the plate.
Well, so is the pitcher. Pitcher's 99, so spring training baseball numbers, I guess.
Cervantes does not look very comfortable in the box at this point in time. Watch his feet.
Oh, man.
Backing up as he swings.
Yeah, that's
That'll
a
be
good
strike
catch.
3.
See a guy like that, you want to work outside corner, because there's no way he'll be able to hit the ball. And you talking about stepping in the bucket, man. Holy moly.
Juan C. Lopez, the left fielder, steps in now in the 8th spot here for Mexico. This one fouled away. Good shot from one of the coaching staff down there from Mexico. He's been pretty animated in between every single pitch. Really trying to hype up his guys, clapping his hands. Don't drive through the ball.
Instructing on every pitch. Wow. Good pitch.
2-1 count. This one fouled away. Looking around the ballpark, still see fans representing pretty much every team that's played here today. Some of them just taking in, seeing what the competition looks like. I'm sure with the team from Mexico winning it all last year, that drew some interest from some of the teams wanting to come in and scout these guys. That's a nice base hit between the 5 and 6 hole. 2-out single for Lopez.
Good job there. Gets the ball down, drives it hard in between the shortstop and third baseman for a base hit. 2-out knock.
Fernando Leyva steps in now here for Mexico. See if we can't put together a little 2-out rally. This one popped into the air. Left fielder camped out underneath it. Calls off the center fielder. He'll make the squeeze for the 3rd out of the inning. So a couple of hits for Mexico. And the game still haven't translated to any runs. 0-0 our score. Be back with the top of the 3rd when we return.
For the end zone, man open. That's a touchdown. Touchdown grab for Marriott. There you go.
And why pull up for a jumper from 3 or even a mid-range when you can go right down the lane?
Sowers is back. Reaches up, and it's a grand slam for De La Salle. All alone. Scott got it.
Great hook by Coach to break down the defense.
Top of the 3rd inning here from Loeb Stadium, Lafayette, Indiana. It's the 2017 Colt World Series. And there is Colt World Series President Tim Clark. That is one of the prizes you can win, and that is the motorcycle-looking moped I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
That looks like fun.
Like I said earlier, I don't really appreciate Tim putting all the miles on my moped that I'm going to win here soon. So I'd rather he just go and park that thing and just wait for me to take it home.
Tim, there are cameras on you right now, so
yeah.
2 hands on the wheel.
That's right. Where's your helmet?
Nothing tie.
Oh, he can't get out of the stadium.
It'll be 8-9-1 due up here for South Korea. Kim. What is due up this inning? Those are 3 different people. Kim Han Bayul. First pitch ball.
Ball 2.
Walking out of the box before the pitch even got there that time.
Mm-hmm.
The delivery. That one out of zone. 3-0. For Mexico, they played 7 games in 7 days. In the Pony Mexico Zone Colt Championship, they won that title in late April in Guadalajara.
Wow. Major league schedule.
And a walk here. Be the fourth issued by Barboya. If I could talk today,
He's
Borboya.
been able to get out of it so far. I wouldn't continue to make it a habit of walking, especially leadoff man, to start an inning. At some point, that's going to come back and bite you.
Yeah, for now when he's needed it, he's been able to get those ground ball outs.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we go with a bunt here. Try to get him over.
That pitch in there, right above the knees for strike. This is John Jin Woo. Number 9 hitter Kim Tae-ho. The leadoff hitter stands in the on-deck circle. Decent lead over there at first base.
Just got a weird thought in my head. This game's being played at such a deliberate pace. My mind's wandering. When the game of baseball was invented, why do you think 3 outs became like the number of outs you thought you need to get to change the inning over? You ever think about it that way?
I saw a funny video once that wasn't true about the about the rules of baseball. They tried to throw behind the runner, which was the wrong move that time.
Yes, it was.
A teaching moment there. I was always taught, Chris, and correct me if I'm wrong, you throw in front of the runner and run them back to the base they came from. So worst case is they just retreat to where they were.
No further explanation needed, my man. You're absolutely correct. Throw it to the lead base. Always push that base runner back to the base they came from. Let's see if this is that opportunity or that time when a leadoff walk comes back and hurts Borboya.
Runner on second now. That pitch out of the zone for a ball. 2-2 your count.
Tell you what, I bet you the kids from Greensboro, North Carolina wish there was 2 outs was what the game of baseball decided would be the final out of an inning. Because, man, I continue to think about that. That was – I've seen that before. I mean, definitely not 2 nights in a row. Called strike 3 there.
Strike 3 looking. Thought he was going to moonwalk all the way back to the dugout.
I'm telling you what, Woo did quite the dance getting out of that batter's box right there.
So Kim Tae-ho will come up. Walked in his first plate appearance back in the first inning. Starting shortstop today for Seoul, South Korea. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It'll be ball 1. Obviously a lot at stake for these two teams. South Korea already got a victory yesterday. Mexico got the first round bye. The winner of this game will take on the Netherlands. Ow. That one right back to the pitcher, and now you got a guy caught in no man's land. And it's a game of pickle. And a nice job there by Mexico up to that point where the ball was thrown away, but Karam's off the fence over there, keeps the runner at first. So no harm, no foul there on the overthrow.
I have no idea what that putout's going to be. Let's see. It'll be a 1.
6.
And then 1-6.
5.
1-6-5. So that's the second out of the inning. And that means Lee reaches on the fielder's choice. Been some questionable base running that we've seen all day, Sean.
We've seen some aggressiveness that's paid off. We've seen some aggressiveness that did not pay off.
Well said.
We've seen some defenses try to be over aggressive as well and throw the ball away.
But you know what? That's what you get with 15 and 16-year-olds playing a game of baseball at times.
Sure.
How you learn.
This one lifted high into left field. Left fielder giving chase. And that one's off of his glove. South Korea will hold the runner at third. And that was a tough one there. He was traveling such a long distance, and the shortstop, they're kind of looking at each other. Some miscommunication there, and that was a tough play all the way around.
To go down as an E9,
Yep.
but you're right. I mean, you could tell it was a long run by the left fielder, and at one point you see the shortstop kind of waving his arms at the last minute like he's going to catch it. But at this point, I think the left fielder's calling it as well. I think he's trying to pull off, then he goes up, and at that point, unless you're, again, on the balls of your feet, I mean, that ball, he had to be seeing 4 or 5 baseballs there. That ball's bouncing all over the place on him.
I always felt it was a little tougher when you played a game much like this one has been, where you start in sunlight and it goes to the lights.
There's no question. That's could be part of the problem there.
If you just had sun directly in your face all day and you knew it and you could shade it and you knew what you were up against, but
problem with that one too is it's such a long run for the left fielder. You would think that play's routine, but that's really tough when you're running such a long distance to make that play.
So no Ji-Woo. Runners on second and third here for Korea. 2 outs. Understanding this is a big opportunity for them to get a run across the plate here against Mexico. We talked about Mexico's decision not to start Vicente Valenzuela, who we've been told is one of the aces of the staff. I think they're trying to hold out, hoping they could get a win here tonight against Korea and save him to go against the Netherlands tomorrow. And we've seen that decision over the years bite so many teams.
I think I messed up my scorecard here, Sean. I'm a batter ahead, I think.
This should be the 3-hitter in Wu.
Right, yeah. I'm one ahead somehow here.
You get you straightened out between innings. There's a walk. So that'll load the bases up.
So the E9 was hit by number 10, Lee
Correct.
Hu-min.
You've got it.
Okay, and then
before that was a fielder's choice as Kim Tae-ho reached first base.
That's right. Yep. But they had the 165 put out at the same play, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
This will be number 13, Jang Yi-jun. 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. Starting center fielder. Rocking one pant leg up, one down. This one hit high. Shortstop there, makes the play. South Korea threatens, but cannot score. Mexico gets out unscathed. We're still tied 0-0. It's a 2017 Colt World Series presented by MTC Sports.
You have enough on your plate. Let McAllister Rentals' wide selection of equipment help. With an extensive equipment selection and experienced people, McAllister Rentals in the Cat Rental Store is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. You know we can help you with the big jobs, from moving dirt to getting you in the air. But did you also know that we can handle your smaller equipment needs with equipment like generators and water pumps? McAllister Rentals has made its mark with locations throughout Indiana and now Michigan. We pride ourselves on our reliable equipment, fast service, and knowledgeable people. Visit us online today or give us a call. McAllister Rentals, helping build Indiana since 1945.
There's a team from Mexico. They'll be due up this half inning. They're in the bottom of the third. Still, they've got a couple of hits in the game. but scoreless to this point. One of the managers, Gutierrez. Some fans in the stands.
Mexican fans, man, they bring lots of fan support. I mean, that's gotta love it. Gotta love it. I mean, as you and I talked about, I've missed the days of the game Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Really animated, and it's just a lot of fun to be a part of.
Yeah, I mean, there were, of the 6 years that we've been here, it seems like every year that when we had the team from California that won 4 years in a row, Los Gatos, and then you had Puerto Rico and you had Mexico, it seemed like those, you just knew it was going to come down to one of those three teams.
That's right.
And when the fans saw they were playing each other, we still had really good crowds here because people wanted to, check out some good baseball. And we've seen over the years, just of us being here, a handful of those players that came through this tournament get drafted or go to play at big colleges.
Well, I'll tell you, still the most impressive player I've ever seen here was Jose Barrios, who's now pitching in the big leagues, but he was shortstop and pitcher for the Puerto Rican team lots and lots of years ago. And I remember asking, because I know the Smiths, John and Jane Smith, used to always host the Puerto Rican team, and I asked them to introduce me to the kid because I told them at that time that kid would be a big leaguer, and he is now in the big leagues. But he was impressive. He's still the most impressive player I've ever seen play in this tournament.
Did you ask him for a loan?
I should have.
I remember him myself, and a cannon. I mean, an absolute cannon.
Absolute cannon.
You got a 1-2 count now. This is Jorge Rivera, the leadoff hitter for Mexico. This one swinging, third strike, and they'll throw on down to first base to complete the out.
Good breaking ball there in the dirt. Rivera can't hold up. Swings at it. Catcher blocks it very nicely. Throws down to first base to finish the out.
The delivery. First pitch ball. Angel Lugo.
And hell, you mean?
If that's the case, and that's fine. If that's the case, and that's fine. If it's Angel, then the last name has to be Luo.
Not
or the rules don't apply. That's all I'm saying.
No.
If the G is silent, it's always got to be silent.
All right, we'll go with Angel.
I'm here to help with that Pam situation.
Nice. Oh,
Third
nice.
baseman makes a good pick and a nice strong
job.
throw across the diamond. How about that play from Kim?
Really nice play from Kim. But not to go unnoticed there is the really good footwork by the first baseman over there, Mean. You see him, count steps and kind of comes up the baseline to give himself the opportunity to stretch and make that play. That doesn't go unnoticed here because you see a lot of first basemen they'll get their feet crossed up on that play and they won't make the play. So that's a really good job there. You tell those guys are well schooled, well taught out there in South Korea.
Bring up the 3-hitter in Brian Guerrero. He had a single back in the first. This one hit right to short.
Uh-oh.
One hopper, can't dig it out. E6 here, Guerrero on his way to second. And he's in there safely at second base.
That's just simply one of those plays where routine ground ball, shortstop fields it, has his feet moving, he underthrows it. Sometimes that happens. See there, he gets his feet moving, and he just underthrows it. And it's a tough in-between hop there. First baseman can't pick. Let's see if Cervantes can make him pay for this.
Cervantes will come up, runner in scoring position. 2 outs, though. A big opportunity here for Mexico to put one on the board. That pitch at the knees for strike 1. That pitch in there for strike 2.
Yeah. All down and in.
You know, you think over the years of just some of the different pitching deliveries, and you've seen a lot of, I don't know if you call them different or unique pitching deliveries from Asian, Pacific, Japan, like that area. You know, you think about Nomo and even Yu Darvish has got a little bit different.
Absolutely. And I think it's about deception, right? You're trying to throw the hitter's timing off, and that stuff works. And then when you talk about a guy like a Yu Darvish, I mean, not only does he give you some of that deception, but the guy throws 7 pitches, and they're all just filthy. I mean, to me, he is just I would not want to face Yu Darvish. He is just filthy on the mound. I mean, you talk about the pitchers, you give me 3 pitchers that I would say absolutely no thank you to. Max Scherzer, Yu Darvish, and Mr. Clayton Kershaw.
2-2 count. I'm with you. You know, another one I'm going to throw in there just because I don't want to see the heat that fast is, I think, Chapman. If he's on a day where his arm's live and he's throwing 103, 104, I don't think I want to be a part of that.
True.
You get strike 3 here, and the threat of the inning is over. Korea giving up a few hits, but they've held them scoreless so far. That one right at the knees. Great call by the umpire behind home plate. We'll be back with more baseball here from the 2017 Colt World Series right after this.
Daily since 1969, Haley's Lock, Safe & Key has provided expertise and solutions when dealing with residential or commercial security needs. Whether you're looking for a safe, seeking access solutions, or in need of automotive keys, nobody can serve you better than Haley's.
One-on-one service and simply the best solutions we've been providing at Daily for more than 40 years.
Haley's Lock, Safe & Keys. Call, visit, or find us online. 2 locations, Crawfordsville and Lafayette.
I would like to think of myself as being a specialist in farm insurance because that's what I use as a farmer, is insurance. Crop insurance. I know the importance of carrying high limits of liability. Price is important. It's got to be affordable. It's got to be a main part of my operation, operating costs, because I can't afford to have a loss without coverage.
Beautiful shot from center field. Top of the 4th inning, South Korea comes to the plate. Still hitless in this one so far. We've already had 1 no-hitter earlier today. Be kind of crazy to see a second one.
Yeah. See 2 in a day. Wow. Katy Perry playing in the background.
It'll be 5, 6, 7 due up for South Korea. Hyo Chan-mi will be in the on-deck circle. It'll be Na Sung-yup. Actually, 5, 6, 7 due up. I got ahead of myself. That's ball 1.
What? Umpire got a bug in his eye or something there.
Two-0 count. Quick conversation here between manager and catcher. Not something you always see. That one up and in.
Boyo is on his way to walking another leadoff guy.
That pitch in there for a strike. 3-1 count now.
Has not hurt him to this point. Nice pitch.
Yeah, we talked about the no-hitter earlier today by Hunter Rehberg. That was in a 17-0 victory over Aruba. So through 2 games in the series, Aruba has 1 hit. They were 1 hit against Michigan and no hit today versus Louisiana.
Well, you can cancel the post-game show because that's a base hit up the middle right there.
Oh, no, we're not getting rid of your interview. Another good look at it here.
Hawk Harrelson used to say when the no-hitter was broken up, you can cancel the post-game show because there it is, your clean base hit right up the middle. Good job there by not saying yup.
That's the broadcaster jinx right there. When you start talking about it,
That's
you're
right.
bringing it up. This one slapped towards second.
Ooh,
It's trouble.
2 in a row.
Back-to-back base hits now
Uh-oh.
for South Korea, and they throw behind the runner and almost got him.
Something going here.
No outs, runners on first and second.
Got to believe you'll see a bunt here with the 7-hitter up. Got to get these guys at second and third. Puts the pressure on the pitcher and the catcher to make perfect pitches.
He is showing bunt.
Had a good pitch to bunt. That's how you break your fingers there, man. When you hold the bat like that to bunt, you better be awfully sure that you get that ball off the barrel. Oh, my goodness. You're asking for some busted up fingers there, man.
That one
Yikes.
down in the dirt.
I almost don't want to see this.
I was always taught the pinch, man. You let that
Absolutely.
thing sit on the top
That's
part
right.
of your index finger's knuckle. You're going to make him swap out his bat here real quick, I think.
Give me the bat that I'll hold correctly to bunt with. Whoa. New hitter. He didn't like the form, so I'm bringing another guy to get this bunt down.
So you're going to get a pinch hitter mid at bat. 1-1 count. They just take him out.
Yeah, number 14.
This is Yun Jae Young. So he's going to have 1 attempt here at getting the bunt down, I would guess. Get it to 2 strikes, and then what do you do? Take him out and put another guy into to full swing? We'll see.
That would be a first, and there he takes the pitch to bunt.
And it's in there for a strike.
Oh, my goodness. Now let's see if he can be productive here, get a ground ball to the right side. Well, actually you need to try to get a base hit here because as a ground ball could turn into a double play.
That pitch up in the zone, 2-2 now.
I don't know if we've seen a changeup yet from Borbolio. Maybe a good opportunity, good chance, good time to throw one.
Final game of our coverage here tonight from the Colt World Series. That one's thrown by him for strike 3.
Yeah, or you can just throw a fastball right by him.
We've got 4 games ready to head your way tomorrow. As the marathon, as we like to call it, continues. So the loser of this night game tonight plays the first game tomorrow. They'll take on the Lafayette All-Stars.
So Lafayette will play the first game tomorrow?
They will, at 11 a.m.
Wow.
The second game tomorrow will feature Hoosier North versus Louisiana. So you got both of the local teams set to kick off things at 11 and then scheduled for 2:30. So I don't know that a church is going to be well attended tomorrow morning in this area.
So that ball was not fouled off, huh?
Both runners
Was not.
able to advance. Third game tomorrow's action will feature Upland, California. They will take on Michigan. And then the final game of the night is Netherlands versus the winner in this one. They've pulled the whole infield in here now with one out. Looking to try to go home and keep this run from scoring. What's so fun about this Colt World Series is how things can change from year to year too. A handful of years ago, we saw the South Korea team come in, and you just tell the talent wasn't there yet. They had won their way here, but they were just way overmatched with the talent that was here at the time. Last year came in, got a few victories. This year coming in, competing really well again, got the win yesterday. Typically we see these teams from Mexico put up double-digit runs on the board, because they're usually really good defensively up the middle. They've got good pitching, and then the batting is usually what is astounding from these teams. Yeah,
it just shows you that the talent, even the talent around the world, just kind of ebbs and flows, right? I mean, it just, everyone can't be like Los Gatos, California for those years when they were just so strong year after year after year. But yeah, it happens.
Someone fouled away. Full count, one out.
It's a big situation in this baseball game here. Your Korea, you need a big hit to get a couple runs in. Oh my.
This one hit high in the air. It's going to stay in the infield.
Wow.
And so the second out is retired.
Wow.
Not the idea or the ideal that you want there.
No, you're absolutely correct. That's not a very productive at-bat there. Infield drawn in, runners on second and third with one out, and you get a fly ball to the shortstop.
We'll have a quick meeting at the mound with 2 outs. Now the defense can kind of reset and play at normal depth here. You hate to say exhale because the threat's still on. A base hit scores 2 possibly.
True.
But it's such I know you practice it, but it's an unnatural play. It's unlike the ball's hit to you, you field it, you throw it over to first base. That's the game. The ball's hit to you, field it, and you have to go home. That's a different looking play. And I know you practice it, but it's not the routine thing you do all the time.
It's well said. I mean, even though you practice it so infrequently, it's just not natural.
First pitch to the 9-hitter. Lifted
piece.
into left field. Deep.
Wow.
About 10 feet from the warning track. That'll be brought in by the left fielder of Mexico. That's Lopez out there and left. And South Korea again, they get the first 2 runners on, have them at second and third, and cannot come up with a run. Back with more baseball from the Colt World Series when we return.
Makes the play in Puerto Rico. The celebration underway. They're the Colt World Series champions. Territory. Rounding second. Heading for throw. Ready for home. Throw up the line. Not in time. Target second and third. Strike 3 call. Tijuana, Mexico has won the 2016 Colt World Series.
Every business we work with at Haley's has different security needs. As a certified Medico Security Center, we provide the highest quality products with affordable solutions for your business. E-cylinders fit into your existing hardware and are controlled from your computer. Medico Smart Solutions provide options for different employee access levels, patented key control, loss and liability protection. Surveillance cameras protect your employees and your business. Call today for your free business security assessment. Let the professionals at Haley's keep your business safe with locations in Lafayette and Crawfordsville.
0-0 score. Both teams with 2 hits and 1 error. That is identical on the board right now here in the bottom of the 4th. Maybe we can talk to both coaching staffs and just say coin flip. You call it, you get it, your team moves on. If not, what do you think? Am I on to something here? No way. We got more baseball to play. So this will be Jaime Sanudo. If we're getting all technical here.
That's correct. That is correct. Not Jamie, it's Jaime. Is that a rally cap situation there? With the glasses on.
Got 2 sets of glasses.
Yeah, I don't know.
That said I see you. I got eyes in the back of my head. I'm throwing shade twice. Twice as nice. First pitch here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball low.
Jaime Sanudo 0 for 1 with a ground out. Swing and a miss at that one as well. This one hit down the line, will be foul. I'm getting a kick out of watching the third base coach here for Mexico. He keeps encouraging them, he keeps telling them the field's out there. Swing that way, step that way.
Thanks, Coach.
That one off the end of the bat. Remember at one point in time, coaching staff had a great idea to try to make me a catcher. That lasted about 1 practice. It actually lasted about half a practice because there was a thing called a cup that I did not have. So it didn't take very long for me to realize catching was not my forte when you don't have the proper equipment.
Oh, man.
Got him out in front there.
Yes, he did. Good off-speed pitch there for strike 3.
So the first out of the inning retired.
There's a fairly newer piece of equipment to protect that area called the Nutty Buddy. And if you, I'm serious, you get online
really
and check
called
it out. It is. Listen, it's the best cup in the business.
This is a family show, Chris.
Listen, you get on. You remember John Brankus from Sports Science? You get on YouTube that cup tonight. John Brankus puts that thing on and takes a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right there. And that thing, the way it's designed, I'm telling you, I bought one for both my boys. It's John Brankus from Sports Science. It is unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
But that is the name of the cup. I would not tell you that if it was not. I'm telling you. You can go purchase one at the athlete tier. Joe Casasana sells them. Man, it's a nice piece of equipment.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
Yep.
That one of the backwards K variety. And now it'll be Alfredo Cervantes. We'll see if he looks a little more comfortable in the box this time. He struck out
Yeah,
in his first at bat, but he was backpedaling a lot.
It's kind of the opposite of the Hal Morris feat there, you know. Yeah, he's backing up. Tell you what, he's never going to be able to hit anything on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, if you're a coach for this kid in practice, you're putting some kind of obstacle behind him to keep him from backing up.
Exactly.
Two 2-1 count now. I have officially seen the video now.
You got to check it out. I'm telling you, it is fantastic.
Yeah, you know, I appreciated the coaching staff. They were trying to find room for me. I was always a middle infielder, and I was just stuck behind guys that, face it, were better than me. I mean, just at the end of the day, that's what it was. This one gets away.
Ball 4.
So in the effort to try to find a position, I got stuck behind the plate.
Yeah.
Didn't last very long.
That's a tough position.
Lopez comes up now for Mexico. Had a single in his last at bat, hitting here in the 8th spot. Chops at this one. Hop, friendly hop to shortstop. He takes the shorter throw, and the out is retired at second. 4 innings are finished, and South Korea and Mexico are deadlocked, 0-0. We'll be back with the 5th inning here at the 27 Colt World Series, presented by MTC Sports.
Hogan across the middle, finds the end zone, and touchdown.
Wow. And are looking to throw this time. Going deep down the field, he's got Fusich. Look at this one again.
The time will expire and the Gophers will win.
Is on the board. The North wins 10-7.
Top of the 5th inning, 0-0. 2 hits for both teams, 1 error for both teams. As we continue on here, the final game of the night from the 2017 Colt World Series. Been a lot of former notable Major League Baseball alumni that have played through pony baseball and their different levels. Even here at the Colt World Series, we talked about Lou Piniella earlier today. Here's a good one, a favorite of mine, and this was a guy that I always thought overcame odds that were kind of stacked against him as a baseball player and was very good, and that's Jim Abbott.
Left-handed pitcher.
Born without his right hand. Even pitched a no-hitter back in September 4th, 1993. I just thought that was so cool how he would drape his glove over the arm where the hand was missing and then very quickly be able to pop that ball out.
I also think Jim Abbott was a Michigan Wolverine, if I'm not mistaken.
That is true.
Big Ten product.
You got guys like Ken Griffey Jr., Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson is probably one of the greatest athletes of all time. If he doesn't break his hip,
he was freakishly good. He was just, man, I go back to old Tecmo Bowl.
Love it.
Oh,
love it, man.
He was unstoppable.
Yeah, well, you had Bo Jackson, you had Marcus Allen, in the same backfield.
Yes, but then you had those two running the ball, but then you had that unstoppable play with the Giants, Mark Bavaro. He ran a little curl route that you couldn't guard. Old Tecmo Bowl. I loved it.
You know what's awesome is I bought a retro gaming system not 3 months ago, and I owned that game.
Oh, man.
They still get down.
Boboyo still pumping strikes in there. Full count. Again, see if he can keep this leadoff man off base.
Full count. No outs. Boboyo. This one fouled back. Still 0-0 here. And what you could argue is a pitcher's duel.
Yeah.
Even though there's been some walks issued, and we haven't necessarily seen the domination like with, strikeouts and things of that nature. It's been defense behind the play, even once runners get on, able to get them out.
Another leadoff walk, though, man. I mean, it's I know I've been saying it, and it hasn't come back to hurt him yet, but man, oh man, you just cannot keep doing this. At some point, the baseball gods are going to make you pay for that. And those bleachers on the first base side are packed over there. A lot of people.
This is the hitter in the number 2 spot. Lee Guy Mean.
It's a good move. Very deceptive there.
Ooh. That pitch in there for a strike. Only seen 1 home run in the tournament so far. That's after we got 10 a year ago in 2016.
And that pitch was a leadoff. May have been the leadoff man of the day, Cameron Rashad, if I'm remembering correctly. And that ball was a hanging curveball that he hit, and he just hammered it.
The most is 21 home runs hit back in 2007.
Wow.
There must have been some solid baseballs sold that year.
I'm telling you. Uh-oh.
They throw behind the runner here. The throw comes down to second, and this time they get him.
Wow.
Going just a little bit early that time.
Mm-hmm.
A nice job by the pitcher going to first, and a nice throw.
So that's a 1-3-4 put out. You don't see that very often.
The tag did come in high, which is why the runner probably felt that he was safe, but he still got him before his hand got in there.
There we go. Good call there. Oh, man. Hit by pitch. Wow. Could be runners on first and second, no outs.
Yeah, you got to wonder, too, when you try to get too aggressive, you end up kind of overthinking it.
That's right.
They say baseball's a thinking man's game.
Yeah, it looks like he clipped the jersey there. Brings up the 3-hitter, No-Ji Woo.
This one popped up. Not enough real estate to keep it in play, though.
If I remember correctly, No-Ji Woo turned on the ball hard, hit it foul. I think back in the first inning, if he can get one again middle in, he may be looking to do some major damage.
He's been very patient in that 3 spot today. Drew a couple of walks here in this one. But he's seen a lot of pitches. How would you like to play baseball back in the day when the caps were made of wool?
No thanks.
Do you know what Babe Ruth wore under his baseball cap? This is just a weird trivia thing.
No. A do-rag?
No. a cabbage leaf.
A cabbage leaf. Oh, it probably cooled him off.
Yeah, that's what he would wear underneath his hat to keep his head cool.
Hopefully he didn't eat it afterwards, you know. You see Babe Ruth donning a do-rag?
I want to thank all the sponsors here for the Colt World Series, whether they're sponsoring MTC Sports or the Colt tournament itself.
Tell you what, that's close to being a balk right there. You know, breaking that 45-degree plane. But that's a really, really good move by a left-handed pitcher.
Last night's nightly sponsor was Wabash National. Tonight it is Tempest Homes, and Timberstone Homes. And tomorrow's nightly sponsor will be Arnie's. They've kind of been sponsoring our meals all week long so far.
They've already been sponsoring. Wait, what happened? Do we have a balk?
I think you got him. You just talked about it.
But that wasn't on a move. Did he just not come set, or I don't? But he didn't even pitch. Let's see what happened. I think he may have come set twice.
This one hit into the gap.
Uh-oh, here we go. We're going to have a play at the plate.
The throw comes home. It's offline, and South Korea strikes first. You got to go back, though, to that base running error because 2 runs would have been plated.
You got it.
And it's 1. That may be all they need. For now, South Korea leads 1-0. Nice piece of hitting that time by No Ji Woo.
Great piece of hitting there. Drills a fastball right back through the box. Gets himself an RBI. First run of the game.
We told you he'd seen a lot of pitches. You knew it was just a matter of time after
That's
drawing
right.
2 walks that he was probably going to tattoo one, and that one was hit hard. Got a manager meeting at the mound, and they're going to make a pitching change here as Borboyo will come out. It looks like he handed the ball to Valdez. I don't have a Valdez. That one hit, a little bat flip. That one goes home. And there's the reaction, obviously. Realizing you just helped your team take a 1-0 lead. A double number there, but can't tell if it's 1-4 or if it's a 0-4. So this is Vicente Valenzuela, the young man that we talked about, thinking maybe they were holding him for that spot against the Netherlands and realizing now down 1-0, might not be able to wait anymore.
Vicente Valenzuela. And of course, the first thing you think about when you hear that last name is he any relationship to the great Fernando?
Fernando Valenzuela. Legend.
Yes, he was.
So Valenzuela will come in and take over for Borboyo. We'll just straight up swap positions here. Young Jae June. An opportunity to keep this inning going here for South Korea. Runner on first. They lead 1-0.
Gets ahead of the count. Strike 1 on the batter, Hune.
You know, just looking at the South Zone and how it's comprised, there used to be so many teams come out of that Florida area represent the South Zone. But in the years that I've been here, it's been primarily Texas. That steal here, that ball's thrown into the outfield as he swipes second base. This year, the South Zone represented by the team from Louisiana.
Gotcha.
We'll see them again tomorrow after they had that big victory earlier today. They'll take on Hoosier North in the second game tomorrow.
We'll see how that fares. Because normally when a team scores a lot of runs, like 17, that next day the bats seem to go silent.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that plays out tomorrow.
Let all their ammunition go at one time.
No kidding.
Well, it was on today, though. I think you said it best earlier when you said they don't discriminate out here. They hit it all over the park.
It was an impressive
even
performance.
as they tried to substitute different players into the game.
Didn't matter.
It didn't matter. They were
Didn't
all
matter.
just getting it done today.
These guys were having a fight at the bat rack today, trying to get up there to hit.
0-2 count. Check swing. And they're going to say he went around. So Valenzuela comes in and records the out.
It's the second out of the inning. Good pitch there. Looks like Valenzuela's got some pretty good breaking stuff. Off-speed stuff.
It's going to bring up the 5-hitter. Na Sung Yup.
Yep. Had a base hit last time up. Yep, he did.
Runner out there in scoring position. That's a nice first pitch there from Valenzuela.
Coming in, attacking the strike zone.
Going up and off the plate. Not bad location, though. 1-1. Swing and a miss there. Runner will swipe third base, though. Really not paying much attention to him out there as he got a pretty decent lead out at second base.
Well, I think the catcher Guerrero just couldn't get that ball out of his glove. I think he would have had a good shot of throwing him out, but that ball kind of stuck in his glove and he couldn't get it out of there.
This one, little chopper to second base. Should get him out of the inning, and it does. The South Korea able to plate one. It's 1-0 in a game that has been hard-pressed to find runs and hits in this one. 1-0 South Korea leads. We're back at the bottom of the fifth inning when we return.
Can you help me move?
Oh, you know what? I'm stuck at the office.
Hi, I'm moving.
No problem, sir. You can get your Xfinity services installed on the date you choose or have a self-install kit sent to your new home.
Thank you.
Finally get some help moving. Call 1-855-MOVE-EDGE today.
If Usain Bolt represents Xfinity Internet, what happens when we double the speed on 2 of our most popular plans? Meet his twice-as-fast brother, Insane Bolt. Now stream movies and shows twice as fast. Xfinity, the fastest just got faster.
This portion of our broadcast brought to you by Titma REMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Visit titma.org for more information. Good look inside the dugout there for Mexico. They find themselves trailing by 1. Still plenty of baseball to play here, but it's getting later in the game. The outs are starting to lessen. Your opportunities are starting to dwindle.
Heading into the bottom of the fifth here. Mexico's got to get something going. Crowd's still having a good time.
Fans still in the stands. Again, winner of this one will face the Netherlands tomorrow in the final game on Sunday. We'll start things off tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. It'll be the loser of this game has to turn around and play from the late game to the morning game, so that's not something you really want to do.
Yeah, if you lose this game, you got to get home and get to sleep.
Game 2 will feature Hoosier North versus Louisiana, followed by California and Michigan. Michigan's been pretty impressive here so far. They got a 1-0 victory versus Aruba, and then had a nice complete game earlier to defeat Hoosier North from their pitching staff. So they haven't had to really test their arms in the bullpen too much just yet. They're sitting pretty right now.
Yes, they are.
Definitely had some cooler temperatures. We highlighted it earlier in the 70s at the start of the game, low 70s. Yesterday, it felt like wintertime out here or late fall. Some of the fans dancing, having fun with our cameras.
Everyone trying to get on camera.
This is one of those where I sent an email out to all the crew and I said, guys, dress accordingly. There's not a lot of shade at the ballpark. You're probably going to get sunburnt. Bring some cooler and some waters together. We'll take care of the food. We got you there, but just in case you need something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be darned if it wasn't like 60 degrees and I showed up in shorts and a polo. I was freezing. But I didn't complain one time yesterday.
I'll tell you what, yesterday was like an early spring high school baseball game, man. It was pretty chilly yesterday. 60 degrees and windy. Yikes.
I'll tell you, I love those temperatures, though, when it starts to feel like cool fall or early spring.
It's football weather.
It is. It's football time. It's all getting ready to kick off. It's my favorite time of the year.
No, I hear you.
I'll tell you why, because once you get into football, you know what's coming right around the corner, right? And that's Thanksgiving. there ain't a better holiday than Thanksgiving.
Weren't you talking about a diet earlier?
Man, forget that. You know my love for music. And I always remember, fat boy on a diet, don't try it.
Good pitch.
My grandma just tells me that I'm happy. That means that I'm happy, that my wife's a good cook, all those things.
She's just being nice.
2-2 count, no outs. Oh, they had strike 3 right there, 3-2.
Wow.
I tell you, earlier today, we saw different catchers in the games, kind of hang their head or try to frame it for too long.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is how you do it, the way the South Korean catcher just
get it right
made
back
the
to
play.
Your pitcher.
Got it there just in time for the punch out. Double pump from second base usually is not a good thing.
No, I like to see the replay, but I think he did just get him.
Yeah. Fans not enjoying that call at all.
Yeah, I think he just got him in time there. I think it's a good call there by the first base umpire.
For the first out, retired back to the top of the lineup, Jorge Rivera.
Tell you what, Lee Jong-min is pitching a heck of a ball game. And again, Borbollo pitched very well as well.
Yeah, looking at his final, other than the walks.
That's
but
right.
the walks didn't really, they're not what hurt him.
They didn't.
His numbers, he went 4 and a third innings pitched, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, had 2 strikeouts, but 6 walks. Just a little bit of a control thing.
Yeah, an odd line, but like you said, those walks did not really come back and hurt him.
But in fairness, both of these teams have come in and shown great patience at the plate today.
I agree.
Every pitcher that's thrown, we've seen the count get worked. Very few times have I seen first pitch swinging and that was the out.
Yeah, and both teams haven't one error, but I'll tell you, for the most part, they've played really good defense.
If you look at the pitching numbers, Borbollo threw 84 pitches, and so far Lee Jong-min has thrown 72. So they're, numbers starting to accumulate, especially when we saw a no-hitter get thrown earlier today in 60 pitches.
That's right. It's impressive.
The rock and the delivery. Chopper could be trouble. Third baseman charges. Tried to make a strong throw to to first base. It gets away. And the runner moves over to second. That would represent the tying run. Good sign of sportsmanship there, too. The shortstop picking up the helmet for him. Little fist bump. That's an international. You're good in my book, bro.
That's right. That's right, man.
Yeah, I think if he makes a good throw there, he's got him, Chris.
That's right.
But that was a tough play for the third baseman.
Very tough play.
Still gets the air, though. Now, conversation out at the mound. We'll see if they stay with their starting pitcher here. They have had some action in the bullpen recently. I believe it is Cho Jeon-hee that is down there warming up for South Korea, number 21.
Got the crowd trying to get a wave going. Getting into the game right now.
And it's just going to be a brief conversation. He's going to stay with the starting pitcher here. It'll be Angel Lugo, or as Chris refers to as
Angel Lugo.
Angel Lugo.
Or Angel Lugo, according to you.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, man. Either the G's silent or it's not.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Big
Nice.
hit here in the
That
left
ball's
field.
hammered.
Over the left fielder's head. Off the wall. The tying run will score.
Listen at this crowd.
Lugo into second base, standing up, and Mexico has some life here in the final game of the day, I should say. Not the final game of the series, but the final game of the day.
Listen at this crowd,
Big hit.
folks. That ball is smoked in the left field by Angel Lugo. Just really punishes that baseball. Stand-up double drives in a run.
And now the pitching change will happen. I'm going to take a quick break here real fast. When we come back, we'll get you the pitching change and more from the Colt World Series.
This is the dawn of an old day because AT&T and DirecTV are offering yesterday's technology today. TV from space. As long as it's not too rainy. Or windy. Or there isn't a branch in the way. Welcome to the moment no one's been waiting for.
The fastest internet and the best TV experience is already here with X1, only from Xfinity.
Makes the play in Puerto Rico. The celebration underway. They're the Colt World Series champions. Strike three call. Tijuana, Mexico has won the 2016 Colt World Series.
One to one your score. Bottom of the fifth. Mexico has found some life here. South Korea able to plate one in the top of the fifth. And Mexico with one out now, driven in a run. You got a runner out there on second. And Angel Lugo just absolutely roped one to left field. The new pitcher was a designated hitter. That'll be Lee Guyumin. Guyumin. as he continues to warm up here at the ballpark.
I don't see him on the roster. Oh, I'm sorry. He came. He was already playing.
So big opportunity here for Mexico with just one out in the inning, a runner in scoring position, and the game tied up. Took us 5 innings to get a run in this game, and now in just 1 inning, both teams have played in one.
That's right.
Just one of them needed the other one to wake them up, I think.
Oh, what's going on here? Umpire over talking with someone.
Probably have the translator over there. This takes a bit of a minute to work it over. The shot of the press box here. Our crew, Pony Baseball's crew, the Colt World Series crew, all working diligently to bring you this coverage and bring you this tournament. Brian Guerrero, 1 for 2. He's got the single.
Big situation for the 3-hitter. Nice job by the catcher.
That pitch in the dirt there.
Nice job by the catcher. Because I tell you what, if that runner's standing on third base, that makes the hitter's job much easier.
So with 99, Lee Jong-min was the starting pitcher. He was DH'd for. And the young man on the mound was the DH. As this one's hit up the middle.
Oh,
and here comes
great base running and great coaching right there by the third base coach. That runner at second base, he never broke stride around in third base, and that allowed him to score there. That is textbook base running there by the Mexican team. Very nicely done. Watch this. If we can see him, can't get a picture. And the second baseman does exactly what you want to try to do. You want to try to dive, keep that ball in the infield so they don't advance and score the run, but he just tipped that ball. And I'm telling you, that's excellent baseball all the way around. It's great defensive play, and it's a great base running play. I like that.
So Lugo on the hustle there, trusting his coach, coming all the way around to score. So give Guerrero the RBI single. That'll bring Alejandro Cervantes.
You know, that's one thing that cracks me up is, man, you never should tell a young player to watch the major leaguers and learn how to base run, because major leaguers are such horrible base runners because they try to do everything on their own as opposed to trusting their coach. That's a situation where you have to trust your coach. You're picking him up, and he never broke stride, and he scores a run there. Outstanding job.
We were talking before that hit was put into play. The starting pitcher, number 99, Lee, will just come out, and the DH, who was DHing for him, will just enter the game. That's who's pitching on the mound now. That was the only change in the lineup there. 2-1 Mexico. 2-1 count. And you're right, these fans they're into the game now.
Yes, they are.
It seemed a little quiet earlier for a team from Mexico to be playing. It's starting to feel like it's got that flair now.
Yeah, the game was kind of slow and just dragging on, and all of a sudden, the pace has picked up a little bit. A lot of excitement. When this team from Mexico does something well, man, that crowd erupts. Oh. Wow. Wait a second. What are you saying? Is that a hit by pitch?
It would have been ball 4 regardless.
Okay.
I think that he was asking if maybe it hit the bottom of the bat.
Gotcha.
The ball did.
Gotcha.
It would have made it a foul ball. So the walk for Cervantes puts him on first. Guerrero moves on down to second, and Jaime Sanudo steps in. 0 for 2 on the day. Snudo with a chance to drive in another run here for Mexico. We've seen today one run leads aren't safe, 8 run leads aren't safe.
This sounds weird. 8 run leads aren't safe.
Which almost makes you feel bad for, because we were
Oh, nice play.
Good play.
Oh, nicely done.
And they turn it.
Oh, man.
Defensively, that's one of the better plays I've seen in the tournament so far. Nicely done from South Korea.
1-6-3 double play. Nicely done.
Back with more baseball after this.
When you visit Pepe's Mexican restaurant, you'll be greeted a fun, vibrant family atmosphere. Whether you're joining us for lunch, dinner, or a special occasion, our manageable prices and sizable portions of authentic Mexican dishes will guarantee you won't be leaving hungry. And as always, free appetizers for waiting, because that's just the way we are. So come dine in or carry out. Open 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. every day. Pepe's Mexican restaurant, located at 2525 Sagamore Parkway in the mall parking lot, Lafayette.
Power. We all want it. We all need it. It not only lights our homes, but it drives our businesses. It strengthens our communities. It empowers us to make our own decisions. Today, we're giving power to more than 22,000 members. We're a homegrown, locally based cooperative that does something the big electric companies won't: give safe, affordable, and reliable power to rural communities. We're Tipmont REMC, and our members have the power.
Some work down in the bullpen. Number 36 getting loose here for Korea. That's An Hyo Sang. Two 2-1 lead now for Mexico. Set to lead things off this inning. It'll be 7-8-9 for South Korea. Take that back. It'll be 6-7-8.
Yep, 6-7-8. It's turned into a very, very good ball game.
Hyo Chan Min. We mentioned the number 17 earlier, hitting from the left side and playing first base. Wearing a blue, white, and red uniform.
Getting closer and closer to old Wrigley Field, huh?
I'm sure it's all coincidence.
Yeah, sure.
That pitch in there for a strike.
I'm not sure what country he's from, but maybe it's a South Korean player. But Cubs drafted a player, Hee-Sop Choi, who's a big first baseman at a time. He wasn't number 17, I don't believe, but big left-handed hitting first baseman. Never did really pan out, but he had a cup of coffee in the major leagues.
There long enough for that?
Yes, he was. Oh,
this one
nice rip. Oh, yes.
Into right field.
Come on, let's see him run here.
Wheeling around. He'll get stopped here at second
Nice
base.
rip.
Good job on the relay, getting it back into the infield. That one hit down into the corner. And you ain't kidding, nice rip.
Man, I love this game. And that when you see things like that, ball down and in, and he slaps that ball, nice little bat flip there. And he's got the smile on his face. Actually, he's just kind of straining to make sure he gets to second base, but pumped up when he gets there. Man, you got to love it. Got to love it seeing these young kids play the game of baseball.
2 for 3 on the day now, single and a double in the game.
Still think it is the hardest thing to do in sports. Hit a round ball with a round bat. And then I think, in my opinion, the second hardest thing to do in sports, and people don't give enough credit, if you told me I had to guard Julio Jones on an island, to try to guard a wide receiver when you don't know where they're going, you're backpedaling, and they're running forward, I think that is so difficult to do.
Shim Jae-young is the pinch hitter here for South Korea. He'll come in and hit in that 7 spot.
What number is that? Is that 20?
27.
27?
That pitch in there for a strike. A 1 count.
Well, if you're Shim Jae-young, you have to be productive here. You have to get Hyo Sang-min over to third base here. Find a way to get him to third base. Have to have a productive at-bat. That's not going to get it done. That's not going to get it done, though.
Hit too high, not enough carry on it. If he doesn't get under that one so much, that one's in the parking lot at Arnie's.
Yeah, it is, but again, I know they're only 15 to 16, but that's a situation where, as a hitter, you have to go up to the batter's box with a plan. You're looking for a ball middle away in that situation, something that you can drive to the right side of the field, right? Because even though you hit that hard, you hit it high, it looks impressive to everyone, but it's not a productive out.
True.
You need productive outs at this point in the game.
Kim Han-Buell. They turn around and they throw back to second.
Tell you what.
Close play there.
You better get dirty.
Looking down in the bullpen from Mexico, that's number 24, Rosario Malacio. This chopper just over the outstretched hand of the pitcher, Valenzuela. They'll throw over to first base. Get the short out there. Runner advances to third.
And see, that's exactly what I'm talking about there. If the hitter before has a productive at-bat and moves a runner, it's a 2-2 ball game right now. But instead, now you have a runner at third base with 2 outs. Now you got to hold for a 2-out knock, which is one of the hardest things to do in a game of baseball. 2-out hits don't come very easily.
That pitch up.
Tell you what, Zhou Jing-woo did not get out of the way at all of that ball. He looked it right into the catcher's mitt.
0 for 2 on the day. You see it on the screen there. Strikeout, fly out. Ooh, swing and a miss there.
That's a good rip.
Those are the ones I like when it's just, I'm going to throw my fastball and I want to see if you can hit it.
That's right.
And you get a rip at it right there.
That is what you like to see.
Valenzuela's shaking off about 3 different pitches there.
What a job there by the catcher, Brian Guerrero. That looked like a big league job behind the plate there. That is crucial.
They throw down to first base and almost get the out here. Or throw over to first base, I should say. Got to look alive. That's one of those, nobody was expecting that one. Fouled away.
Pulled off, got that right off the end of the bat there.
So Valenzuela has attempted to throw the heat by him a couple of times. Gassed him once. That one fouled off. 2-2 count, 2 outs.
Big pitch here.
Swing and a miss. Wow. Great pitch from Valenzuela. Battles his way out of that jam. And Mexico still has the lead, 2-1. Be back with more baseball in just a moment here on the ISC Sports Network.
Thomas Phoenix Lawn and Garden is your local Husqvarna dealer. With us, you'll find a knowledgeable staff that's able to provide quick turnaround service so your business doesn't have to stop. From zero-turn mowers to trimmers and chainsaws, Husqvarna has you covered. And with the fleet program, the more you buy, the more you get in return. With that kind of stability, you can rely on us for the long haul. Get your Husqvarna equipment today at Thomas Phoenix Lawn and Garden, located at 6292 West County Road 0 in Frankfort.
Wouldn't it be sweet to happily live a life that's filled with glee and sing about how joyful it can be?
I'd like to hear that.
Live life to its fullest every day with the highest level of primary care from Indiana University Health.
When you have your health, you have everything.
Indiana University Health. Schedule same-day primary care appointments at 1-888-IU-HEALTH.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these 2 laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 triple play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
We're back here at Loeb Stadium, 2017 Colt World Series on MTC Sports, or presented by MTC Sports on the ISC Sports Network. There's a lot of abbreviated letters there. How about that one?
Yeah.
Mexico. It'll be Vicente Valenzuela. Looks like he's headed to the plate to lead things off here. He's doing a good job on the mound. Now we'll see if he can help his own cause at the dish. His team currently enjoying a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And I have a feeling with this move, we saw Rosario Malacio getting warmed up in the bullpen. I'm not saying that they won't go to him, but that work has stopped down there since. I think they've just decided at this point in time it doesn't matter because he's going to have to sit the same amount whether he throws again or not. So they're going to try to close this out and get a win here.
Well, if you're Mexico, what you try to do is get an insurance run here and then you go get 3 outs.
Pitch out of the zone for ball 1. Valencia swings at this one. It's a chopper.
Going to be tough. Yeah.
Tough dig for the first baseman, and nobody's there to back him up. Doesn't matter. Runner.
Third baseman better get there.
Runner advances down to second. So we talked about Valenzuela trying to help his own cause.
There's a play where you're going to have to come in and get that slow roller, but then you have to throw that baseball. You have to show off your arm, and he just, again, underthrows it. First baseman can't pick it, so it goes an E6. Runner at second base now.
Alfredo Cervantes, number 71.
I wonder, can he bunt with the approach that he has with his swing here? I wonder, can he lay a bunt down and get him over to get this base runner over to third base?
He's going to show bunt.
Try.
Pulls it back. It's in there for a strike.
Still kind of steps in the bucket a little bit even on the bunt.
Got some happy feet in the box.
Yeah.
In my coaching days, I always threatened to pour some concrete and just make those feet stay.
Had a kid that used to do that, and I'd stand behind him with a long push broom, the handle, and just keep it on his back so he couldn't back out, right? And that was back in the days of when we were doing pinto baseball with the pitching machine, just to kind of show him. I mean, first of all, it's not going to hit you. Pitching machines were fairly accurate. And even if it does, it's not going to hurt that much. And this is a little bit different, obviously, but you'll never hit anything on the outer half of the plate if you're doing that.
Thing I always did is stood right across from him and had him put the bat right up against my stomach and then step away and swing and show them they couldn't reach me. Even though they were touching me just a minute ago, they weren't able to reach me with the end of the bat.
Well, you're tougher than I am, because just in case they stride it over one time and took a good swing, that wouldn't feel very good. Unless you have the...
Luckily, I think my size may have just given a little fear so that didn't happen. Or maybe I never thought about it from that aspect, that they were going to just club me with it. 2-2 count.
All right. Is it a full count now, I think?
It is full count, excuse me.
Yeah, it's, wow. Don't want to give up a free pass here.
Cervantes. This one hit to third.
Nice
they
play.
Throw on over to first.
Get back. Nice play.
Still able to make the play even though the throw wasn't on line. South Korea with a nice defensive play, and they even looked the guy back to second base.
That's interesting there. That's really the only pitch I think he's going to be able to hit. You throw him a fastball middle in, and he kind of steps out and pulls it, makes a strong throw to first base. First baseman jumps off the base, catches the ball, and then gets back to the base for the out.
He's going to bring up Juan Lopez. 1 for 2 on the day. This one driven hard.
That's trouble. That's trouble.
Into right center.
Man, that kid's flying around third base.
They're going to hold him up there at second. The run comes in to score. Boy, I thought that was conservative. I thought he easily might have had a shot at a triple there.
Tell you what, that ball was hit high and deep, and man, he was moving around third base.
Watch this one drop. Hit well into the gap. Second hit of the day for him.
So now it gives you an additional run. It's an insurance run. If you're Mexico.
So Fernando Leyva, 0 for 2 on the day.
That would go down as an unearned run because that was the guy that reached base on the E6.
Thinking that that's a little conservative, keeping him at second, it may not be a bad idea, though. There's only one out in the inning. You don't want to run yourself out of the rally you got going.
Good point.
So I'm that guy that even in Madden football doesn't punt when it's 4th and 28.
No.
I'm going for it.
You can't punt in video games, man.
I don't care if I'm on my own 2-yard line. We're going for it. This one popped up in the air. Should be playable. First baseman gives chase, and he's got it. So second out of the inning recorded.
I think that gets us back to the top of the lineup here. Leadoff man's going to have an opportunity to drive in a run with 2 outs here. Jorge Rivera.
Anything Mexico can add here would be insurance at this point in time. South Korea will have 3 outs to try to tie or overcome whatever the deficit is at the end of this half inning. That breaking pitch out of the zone, ball 1.
Pretty good bite to it.
That pitch out of the zone, ball 2. All 4 games tomorrow will be televised again. Coverage starting at 11 a.m.
Oh, that's going to be up the
chopper
middle.
Up the box.
Oh, that's a nice play.
And how about that from the shortstop?
Nicely done.
Comes all the way to the second baseman's side of the bag to make the play. Kim Tae-ho, nicely done. Gets Korea out of it. They've got to put some runs on the board to keep this one alive. Take another look at this defensive gem.
Nicely done.
3-1 your score.
I'm on top of the world, now I'm living, and the good just gets better, keeps it giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah.
We welcome you inside the press box here at Loeb Stadium. Sean Walker, Chris Walker here to wrap up what we think will be the end of the game here, potentially. I guess we should never get ahead of ourselves.
No, we should
We
not.
found that out many times today. This is game number 4 on the day, which has been a fantastic day. It's been a fun. We've seen a little bit of everything from the game of baseball.
Yes, we have. It's been a really well-played game here to cap off the night, and a lot of action here late in the game from the 5th inning beyond, and so really interesting to see what this top half of the 7th inning brings.
So we noticed that they stayed with Vicente Valenzuela. So they'll ask him to come in and obviously close this out here.
A lot of fans getting some camera time right now.
And some good love, good turnout again for the fans from Mexico.
No kidding.
I don't see the sombrero out there this year, though. We're going to have to get that here before the tournament's over. So for South Korea, it's the top part of their lineup. Kim Tae-ho just made the fantastic defensive play to end the last inning. They'll lead things off here in the top of the 7th.
Showed his range at shortstop. Really nice play.
Shows bunt, pulls it back. He's reached twice today via the walk. Another time reached base, fielder's choice.
Good pitch.
Two 2-1 count now. Hitter's pitch here.
Uh-oh.
3-1.
Don't want to walk the leadoff man here.
No, you don't want to, but if you look down the score sheet, you go, well, we've done it twice today and he didn't score. But I'm with you. You can't keep living by that.
Can't.
That one in there for a strike. 3-2. Winner of this game will get a chance to face the Netherlands tomorrow at 6:30. The loser will play the very first game tomorrow against the Lafayette All-Stars. This chopper to third.
Yeah, that was
gobbles them up.
I've seen too many games at this field. Once that ball took that last hop, there was no way that third base is going to field it. I feel bad for him because third base can be really tough here, and it's just not. As soon as that ball hit the ground right there, it's going to be hard to pick that short hop. And unless you're running through it, it's just not. I've seen that way too many times here.
You're going to give him a hit on that play.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that because, I mean, that is the leadoff man hitting. He can run, left-handed hitter. Like I said, unless you're running through that baseball, you're just not going to be able to make that play.
for Valenzuela. That's just a second hit that he's given up. Both team with 5 hits right now in this one.
Here's your
That
double
one
play.
hit the third.
Oh!
Bobbles it.
Stays with it.
Goes across the diamond. It's going to get
Oh,
away.
my goodness gracious. Oh, why are you throwing that?
This one thrown into the outfield. We're going to get a little closer here now. 3-2.
It's going to be
tying run at second base.
It's going to be an E5 and an E2 on that play, I believe.
Yeah, just write down a bunch of E and numbers, and
So
you're going to be close here.
E5 there, and then I think the catcher is going to be an E2 on the throw here. Yeah, so E5 and E2, which allows the base runner, the hitter, to end up on second base. But we have a 3-2 ball game right now, folks.
For Sanudo, and again, we're dealing with teenage kids.
That's right.
But you just had a hopper on you that you didn't feel cleanly, and you made a strong throw, and you didn't throw him out by 3 steps. So when you bobble it the second time, why even risk that throw across the diamond? Just eat it.
Well said. Because even that play, because I think then at that point you'll still have, I believe, runners on first and second.
Yep.
You still have a double play in order.
Yep.
But again, it's hard. You know, these kids, they're young and they're trying to make the play.
It's got the gunslinger mentality, knowing I've got a big arm, I can launch it across there. But
that is correct.
Go Ji-Woo.
He's kicking swinging here.
Walked twice and then ripped one.
He can swing it.
This is the guy you want up in this situation.
Yes, you do.
Although this is the first time that he's facing Valenzuela. He's seen a lot of pitches in the game. But those were when Borboyo was in.
It's a good pitch there. I would try to stay away from him. I wouldn't want to come hard in because he has the ability to turn hard on the ball and hit it down there in down that right field line.
That one in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. And now the tying run just 90 feet away.
Well, these guys want to continue playing baseball, it appears. And so tying run 90 feet away, still no outs for the South Korean team. So this damage, they could be far from done here.
It's a team from South Korea that were the cardiac kids yesterday, coming back from a 8-3 deficit to win 9-8. So they're no stranger to the comeback.
That's right. Good take.
Up
Great
in the zone.
take.
2-1.
Very, very good discipline by the three hitter here. No Ji-Woo.
If the coach from the previous team steals home base, does it count?
2-1 counts, no out.
Oh, that
Ripped
is beautiful.
into the gap.
That is beautiful, man.
RBI single.
That's the way you do it.
Back-to-back hits for Woo.
Great hitting. Great hitting.
So just when it looks like Mexico was in control and had an opportunity to come in and close this out, South Korea now starting to find their rhythm. Tied it up at 3. Still no outs in the inning. Meeting at the mound, and they are going to take out Valenzuela. As Vicente will come out. And we'll see if it's Malacios that comes in. That's who was warming up earlier. Or Malacio, excuse me. And it will be number 24, Rosario Malacio. Valenzuela did a nice job when he came in. Up until this half the inning, he had really pitched well.
Rosario Malacio.
The fans there from Mexico Kind of quiet. Yeah. South Korea is taking the wind out of their sails.
Yes, they have. Well, it just shows you when you throw the baseball around at times, it can turn the tide really quickly in a baseball game.
This is one of the sports, too, where one mistake turns into a domino effect.
That's right. Snowballs a little bit, and then you just can't get out of that rut. And that is what is taking place here for the team from Mexico.
Kind of being in quicksand at times, you know, the harder you fight to get out, the further you sink.
That's right. What do you do here? Do you bunt them over? Actually,
absolutely.
Well, it's your 4-hitter.
I don't care.
Wow.
You're 0 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, you're right, but I don't believe in bunting with my 4-hitter. I'm sorry.
He could be due for a hit, but I'm bunting with my 4-hitter here just because it's a 3-3 game, double elimination tournament. I'm trying to get the lead and go into the next inning.
I hear what you're saying, but if I'm hitting you in the 3 or 4 hole, I don't even want you to know how to bunt. You are never bunting for me. I'm sorry.
This one fouled straight back.
Good rip.
0-2 count now. Got to protect.
Good rip.
Alicio comes set. Lets it go and almost caught him in the shoulder. 1-2 count. You got a few pitches to waste there up 0-2, but you don't want to waste one
too far
into the side of the
that's right.
the batter.
You know, that's a slow breaking ball, man. I bet you if Yoon could have that one back, he'd stay put and take that one off his leg, get to first base. That's going to be trouble. That's going to sit. Oh, my goodness. That is a heck of a play.
Makes
double play.
Double play. That ball looked like it was driven into center field and was going to get down for a hit.
No kidding.
Jorge Rivera with the nice play.
It's kind of a humpback line drive. Shortstop makes a nice play on it, but they were running. It was kind of a hit and run there, and they just throw it back easily for the double play.
That's why I bunt.
Yeah, there you. I hear you. I hear you. Woo. Fastball just off the outside corner there. But again, that's one of those baseball innings. I mean, in different philosophies, and you would have won out in that situation. Good
Big
rip.
cut there, yeah.
Good rip.
So Na Sing Yup hits this one to the second baseman. So South Korea does at least the minimum of what they had to do. They had to tie it up to see the bottom part of the 7th inning. So Mexico will have a chance to win it here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll come back. More baseball from the 2017 Colt World Series right after these messages.
You have enough on your plate. Let McAllister Rentals' wide selection of equipment help. With an extensive equipment selection and experienced people, McAllister Rentals in the Cat Rental Store is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. You know we can help you with the big jobs, from moving dirt to getting you in the air. But did you also know that we can handle your smaller equipment needs with equipment like generators and water pumps? McAllister Rentals has made its mark with locations throughout Indiana and now Michigan. We pride ourselves on our reliable equipment, fast service, and knowledgeable people. Visit us online today or give us a call. McAllister Rentals, helping build Indiana since 1945.
Welcome back here to Loeb Stadium. Let's take a look at some highlights from that last inning. South Korea able to tie it up 3-3. There's a couple of back-to-back hits for South Korea here. Is that one some good speed from the leadoff hitter? That one credited as a hit, not an error. The next one hit right at the third baseman again. Bobbles didn't learn from the last throw. Still tries to throw it across the diamond, and that one scoots away. And then what compounded things here is the center or the catcher now is used to throwing it from home plate to second base. And instead he throws that one into left field. And then a big hit here into the gap, Chris. That was a great piece of hitting.
Yes, it was. Just a really good approach there. Doesn't try to do too much, just lines that ball in the opposite field for a base hit. Well, here we go. Let's see what the Mexican team can do here.
This team from Mexico will have an opportunity to walk off with a run in this inning.
2-3-4 up.
The heart of their lineup.
What's the name here, Sean?
Angel Lugo.
Or?
Angel Lugo. You want the third option?
Or?
Yeah. No G's. If never mind.
You don't have to go there. Oh, good pitch. That's a good breaking ball there.
Triple G is a boxer.
Yeah.
And his G's not silent. He's got 3 of them.
Good. Speaking of boxing, here you got Mayweather or Conor McGregor.
I honestly think it's just going to be a spectacle. I think Conor's got power, so that gives anybody a punching chance. But Mayweather's defense is so ridiculous.
True.
I mean, that's all he does anymore is he just – I saw a funny video that had, like, Mike Tyson's punch out and had Mayweather on there. And it was him, and it was after the Pacquiao fight. And Mayweather just, like, dodged everything he threw, and Pacquiao would get tired and turn pink, and wait till he got his stamina back. And then they went, like, 3 rounds, and at the end of the round, Mayweather went dink.
Yep.
And won by, one punch, basically.
1-2 count here. Lugo.
That one in the dirt.
2-2 now. Gets it back even. Now you got to look for a fastball you can hit hard somewhere.
Regardless, it'll be the biggest grossing pay-per-view thing of all time until the next big thing comes along.
I wish I could be part of that.
If nothing else, I'm proud of the UFC and boxing for getting together and giving the fans what they want.
True. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That is
3-2 count.
An absolutely perfectly executed pitch. Fastball around the inside corner. But that is low. That's a great frame job by the catcher. He fooled me. Umpire was not fooled. Great job by the home plate umpire.
I'd like to see that from the side angle. See where it crossed the plate at.
So the catcher's got to be careful here. He's showing up the umpire a little bit. And I tell you what, the pitch before, it was down. Let's see where this one is. This one is down as well, I think. It is. That's down. It's just a little bit, but it is down. Yep.
It's tough. It is low. That's one of those where it crosses the front knee at knee height, but the second knee, it's at the mid-shin.
Yeah,
That's got some downward action to it.
I mean, it's a pitcher's pitch, but if I'm in the batter's box, that's got to be a ball. That breaking ball is nasty.
So Lugo on base with the walk. Now it's Guerrero.
So here we go again, Sean. Your situation. This is your 3-hitter. He's 2 for 3 on the day.
I'm not bunting him because he's 2 for 3.
Okay.
I'm looking at my stat book and I'm saying.
All right, I like it.
But they're going to bunt him.
And that's what happens when you get a 3-hitter trying to bunt. It's probably not used to it, and he's bunting the ball that's almost over his head. And now your 3-hitters, he's stuck with an 0-2 count.
Yeah, if you're 2 for 3 on the day, I'm going Coach Kent Murphy. You're swinging. We don't bunt around here.
Again, I go back to my approach. If you're my 3 or 4 hitter, if you bunt and you're my 3 or 4 hitter, I may send you on the bench the next game. Gonna be
this
tough.
Could be trouble.
Oh my goodness!
Pulled
Did
him
he
off
hold
the
on?
bag,
Oh my
but then
goodness!
he overran the base and got the out.
Oh man!
I know you want to get there as quick as possible, but you got to slide in.
If you just slide there, you have runners on first and second right now with no outs. That's a heck of a play by the second baseman.
Or just keep running.
Yeah, good point. You're right. Great play by the second baseman to keep that ball in the infield. What are they questioning here? Wait, got some guys flip-flopping
Yeah, there
position.
may be some changes here. And that one's going to be tough to know because it looks like a few different people are heading different directions. Nope, just switch. Maybe switching a glove.
I don't know what just took place there. You know, like a rosin bag running around the infield.
Yeah, it looks like the shortstop switched gloves here. Actually, they brought Yup in from right field. That's what they did. So even though Kim Tae-ho made that great defensive play a few moments ago, Coach upset with him. Brought the right fielder in, sent him out to right field, swapped those 2 positions there.
Wow.
Didn't like that throw to second base.
Old school Bobby Cox action or something out there, man. Wow.
That pitch up in the zone.
When are these hitters advanced enough? Pitcher, the last 3 batters, I think he's throwing first pitch curveball. If I'm the next hitter, I think I go up there sitting on a first pitch curveball, and I try to do some major damage to it. It's going. Picked a great pitch to run on. He's still out.
Great throw from behind the plate. Second out of the inning. So Mexico literally running themselves out of this inning, which what was a great opportunity. Would have had a runner at second base with no outs.
Wow, great pitch to run on, but he stood up and actually he did get that tag in there. He's out. Nice job.
Credit South Korea for capitalizing with some defensive plays here.
Good pitch.
Breaking pitch in there for a strike, 2-1.
I think these guys want us to stay around a little bit longer here, Sean.
Cervantes asked for time. It was granted by the home plate official.
Good pitch. Good pitch.
That pitch in there for a strike, now 2-2.
I'd like to see a double here and make things interesting. Get him to second base and let's see what happens. Why not, man? More drama.
Sure.
I like center fielder moving over toward the right center field gap. Oh my goodness.
Swinging third strike gets through the knees of the catcher. And what would have been out number 3, now Cervantes heads down to second and he's safe there.
Oh man.
The catcher took his time getting to the ball. Cervantes took off. Challenged him to make a throw. That's as good as a double, Chris.
Yes, it is. I don't see the replay here. Did he ever slow down? No. He was running from the he did slow down. Oh my goodness, that is dangerous. But the catcher threw it flat-footed and it paid off. They tried it.
He knew when he rounded first base that he was still a good 20 feet behind the plate.
That's right.
And it was going to take a heck of a throw to get him. So Cervantes strikes out but ends up on second base. One 0 count. Jaime Sanudo, 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Chance to be a hero here, though, for Mexico.
Ooh, foul ball. That's going to get out of play.
Out of way. Fans excited about it. Little glass shattering sound effect. Hopefully that's what that was and not the windshield on
the trailer.
The MTC Sports mobile.
Well, let's see what kind of drama we can have right now.
In there for a strike. 1-2 count. Three. Runner on second. Swing and a miss. And we've got extras for the second time today here from Loeb Stadium. Somebody call my wife and tell her I might be home sometime tomorrow. 3-3 the score. We'll be back with extra baseball when we return here on the ISC Sports Network.
Yikes.
Since 1969, Haley's Lock, Safe, and Key has provided expertise and solutions when dealing with residential or commercial security needs. Whether you're looking for a safe, seeking access solutions, or in need of automotive keys, nobody can serve you better than Haley's.
One-on-one service and simply the best solutions we've been providing at Daily for more than 40 years.
Haley's Lock, Safe, and Keys. Call, visit, or find us online. 2 locations, Crawfordsville and Lafayette.
Good look inside the South Korea dugout. There's Mexico. Looked like they were going to have an opportunity to maybe score a run. They got some runners in scoring position, made some mistakes there offensively. Korea capitalized defensively. And we're in a 3-3 tie here in extra innings. Again, this is when you really got to love on your crew a little bit and say thank you to the graphics guys, the guys down in the truck, the ones running replay, all the camera guys around the field. Chris and I have the easy job.
That's right.
Three your score. It will be the first baseman in Hyo Chan Min who will lead things off here.
6, 7, 8.
Had a double the last time he was up. Actually, back-to-back hits in the game.
So what a leadoff double here would be very well received from his team, I'm sure.
Breaking pitch that time. Ball 1. Now, you know, if you're one of these two teams, you really don't want to lose tonight. Nobody wants to lose, period.
No.
But we're approaching the 11 o'clock hour.
Yeah, can be under
and
12
in 12
hours,
hours you got to turn around and play a game tomorrow.
That's right.
In that meantime, you've still got to complete this game.
That's right.
Probably eat some dinner.
That's right.
Get some sleep, and then get up and go through BP and all that stuff tomorrow to get ready for the game.
Got it. Is that going to get out of play? Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
My goodness. Did it hit anyone?
That one
No,
ricocheted off the back of the dugout.
I think they like that.
She had a Colts blanket down there. That's the one time I've seen the Colts actually play some defense.
Wow. Sean, that is very good, my man. Wow.
And I'm a Colts fan.
Very nice.
Swing and a miss there. Strike 3. And for the first time in the last 2 trips to the plate, Hyo Chan-min is retired.
It's a well-placed fastball on the outside corner. Nice job.
Shim Jae-young comes to the plate, flew out to left field. His only other plate appearance in this game. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. That was a nasty one. Almost sounded like I was from the South there for a minute. That was a nasty one. That's what happens after 12 hours of calling baseball games today.
I'm telling you.
That pitch out of the zone. Everybody a little delirious up here
I'm
tonight.
telling you.
Having some fun.
We are. Good
The
break ball.
nice thing is tomorrow I get to go back to the truck and rest up in there a little bit. We'll turn this over to Greg Rakestraw. You're
Yeah.
back tomorrow though, correct?
Yeah, he's a little bit more professional than you are, so I can't have all the fun with him.
It happens, man. It happens.
Tell you what, Rake intimidates me sometimes, man. I can't bring my best stuff when Rake's up here. I tell you.
Ah, sure you can. Just a couple of guys talking baseball. That guy does have the memory of an elephant, though. This one fouled away down the right-hand side.
It's interesting because, I mean, you with your knowledge of music and everything else, and then Rakestraw knows a little bit about everything, you know, and it's just unbelievable.
I don't think we've ever taken him anywhere where he didn't know somebody.
No, I'm telling you.
2-2 count, 1 out. This one fouled away. Credit these two teams, they're still battling.
Yes, they are. This game just got a lot more exciting in the latter innings. You know, once we get to about 5th inning or so, it's been a lot of action. Really was a slow dragging a little bit, then it picked up. Wow.
That one hit a mile in the air.
My goodness, that was way up there. Some sound effects over there.
Sounded like somebody took out a pterodactyl.
I'm telling you.
Breaking pitch.
Oh my goodness. Almost did the splits on there trying to, I don't know if he was fooled or trying to get out of the way of the pitch.
If I stepped like that and slipped like he did, I'm out 4-6 with a pulled groin.
That's right. I may be out for the year, man. Oh my goodness, yeah, I'll be done for the year.
This one hit high, hit hard, hit deep. Warning track power.
Goodness.
Mexico there right in front of the Lafayette Community Bank sign.
Man.
Thought he put a good charge into that one.
Wow.
The sign out there says 321. That one was probably 320 and a half.
That is about as far as you can hit the baseball down the left field line for it to stay in the ballpark. Wow.
So we got again just backing up.
Yeah,
Good job
he's
for the
right
left
there.
fielder to know
That's right.
the field. I mean, this is not like they've played here.
That's very good job by the left fielder there. That's a situation where doing the ball drill comes into place, and that's you get out there and do some outfield work. And what I mean is you find the ball, then you find the wall, and you find the ball again, and that's how you make that play. Oh, nice job by the shortstop there.
Missed him on the
pulled
tag.
Throw off. That's gonna be an E6 there. Pulled him off on the throw.
Kind of fielded that one deep in the hole and had to make a strong throw across the diamond, Chris.
He did, but, you know, I like how he kind of ran through the ball at the last hop, but he kind of dropped down sidearm, I think, on a throw a little bit, and that ball sailed on him. You got to stay over the top to get that true backspin on the ball. Good call by the first base umpire as well.
Gotta love when they get in the right position to make sure they know.
There you go.
Whether that tag's applied or not.
Absolutely.
Throw over to first. Back in time. Now if you're South Korea, you're looking, try to get him into scoring position. See if you can't manufacture a 2-out run here.
That's right.
That one nearly clipped him.
Guys aren't afraid to pitch inside. That's a good jump.
Throw down to second, even
See
a better throw.
Yes, it was. Wow.
That was Guerrero. He unleashed one.
Man, he can play the position.
From behind the plate.
Guerrero's impressive.
They'll throw out the runner trying to steal. We stay tied. We'll head back to the bottom of the 8th when we return. Another look from the cannon. Running out by 4 steps.
I'm telling you.
I would like to think of myself as being a specialist in farm insurance because that's what I use as a farmer, is insurance. Crop insurance. I know the importance of carrying high limits of liability. Price is important. It's got to be affordable. It's got to be a main part of my operation, operating costs, because I can't afford to have a loss without coverage.
Wow.
It's a shot of the moon. That pretty much tells you that you're playing some late baseball.
10-50, my man. But hey.
3-3 score.
Wouldn't rather be anywhere else. Right here with you, Sean, calling a baseball game. Loeb Stadium, big crowd.
You know what amazes me, though? We figured out how to walk on the moon, right?
That's right.
But we haven't figured out how to just end a 7-inning game after 7 innings today. I'm just kidding. I've enjoyed every minute.
Oh, man.
I love seeing these kids out here battling.
They are. It's been good baseball, man. It's, you have 15 and 16-year-olds out here. They're battling their tails off. You gotta love it. Gotta love
It's
it.
the pureness of the sport.
That's right.
At this age, this the drive and the will and the want to.
It's a kid's game, man. It's weird how that happens. It's a kid's game, but the adults play for a lot of money.
Right.
You know?
That amazing?
I know.
And then the things they do earning money kind of tarnishes how you're trying to teach the kids the right way to play.
That's right. I've always said, man, you just don't watch the pros and learn how to play. You'd be better off watching the college guys because the pros are so good. They don't have to do everything fundamentally sound. You know? They can do it however they want to do it.
So Melicio's first at bat. Came in relief on the mound. He's done a nice job. Since he's come in, has not allowed a hit.
Good pitch. Oh, that's a knee buckler. That's the
0-2
old
count.
Uncle Charlie knee buckler right there. Oops.
That's where you go. Okay. Touche.
Yeah, that that's impressive.
And that will sit down Melicio.
Malicio's thinking, that's okay. I can do that too. Now let's see where they go with Alfredo Cervantes here. The only pitches he's going to be able to get are the ones that are middle in. If you can live on the outside part of the plate, he's not going to be able to hit it. As we talked about all game, he steps in the bucket big time, and so, you're helping him out if you throw him anything middle in. Gonna try to go outside here. There it is. That's where you have to live with him in the batter's box. Stay out there. Don't try to outsmart yourself. There you go. Stay out there.
And he stands a good ways off of the plate as well.
See that? I mean, he's backing out of there, man. And it really doesn't matter if he knows it's coming, because as long as he continues to step in the bucket, you're just not going to be able to reach that pitch. I think someone on that coaching staff has told him we need to go away with him.
That one a strike, 2-2.
I think he just got on top of the plate here, didn't he? See if he can reach it. No way.
Got him. And that is perfect placement, and that's scouting your opponent right there, just understanding what they've seen.
That's excellent. Either coaching or being observant by the catcher. But again, with that approach in the batter's box, there is just no way you're going to be able to hit a ball middle away.
Juan C. Lopez, a single and a double in the game. 2 for 3 currently.
Good pitch. These kids are playing some ball, man. They're not ready to go home. Sorry. Sorry for all you host families out there right now that are hosting kids from Mexico or South Korea. Nice pitch.
Another strike.
Wow.
Tell you, he's gotten stronger as he's gone on here.
No kidding.
What do you think about the Ephus pitch?
It's effective, but you can't do it a lot. Oh, my goodness. Nice rip.
Lopez comes through with his 3rd hit of the day. Ripped that one. Well, took the pitcher's head off with it.
Was that Lopez or was that Leyva? Oh, no,
That's Lopez.
You're right. I messed up my scorecard again. Sure did. Should have did.
Fernando Leyva now at the dish. 0 for 3 on the day. Modest lead.
That's in there.
Big hole through 5-6. Runner in scoring position, turning it over to Jorge Rivera, your leadoff hitter for Mexico.
Here's your drama. Man, I love this stuff. I love it, Sean. Not hit awfully hard, but he hit in the right spot. Base hit in the 5-6 hole there. 1-6 hole.
You could see a little bit of a shift on. They had center field drifting that way.
That's right.
Shortstop drifting towards the right side. That pitch ran in too far, able to turn on and pull it right where it needed to be.
Runners on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. Leadoff hitter up, Jorge Rivera.
Rivera today, 0 for 4.
He's hitless. Ooh, good pitch, man.
That pitch in there for a strike.
That breaking ball is nice. Tell you what, if you're going to run at second base, you got to get a little bit more lead off there. You got to really maximize that lead, because anything that gets to the outfield, you have to be scoring, and that's not a big lead. Good pitch.
Swing and a miss there from Rivera.
Tell you what, I don't even know if I go back to a fastball here. He may see another curveball right now. I'm going to try to bounce this thing in and see if he goes fishing after it. Hopefully my catcher can bail me out here and block it.
Comes set. 0-1 count. 0-2 count, excuse me.
He goes high.
That one up, 1-2.
So they're going the conventional sequence here. So you go high and tight here. And after that last swing on the breaking ball, you have to believe you're going to see the breaking ball again right now. You got to get all the way on top of the plate here. There it is. He threw it but didn't snap it off, so it stayed up. So now 2-2. But now as a hitter, you don't know what's coming, okay? But I would still think he's going to come back with his best breaking ball here. So I'm going to sit in this situation. I'm going to sit on the breaking ball. If he throws a fastball, I'm just going to fight it off. Here's your curveball, strike 3. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
You know it's bad when your hitter starts to head towards the dugout because he thought he was getting rung up too.
Wow. Let's see where this is. Man, that's a pretty good pitch. I'll tell you what, it did come across pretty high though, but that's a good pitch. Man, that curveball's got some major bite to it.
If the catcher doesn't move his glove and he's set up anywhere in the zone, it's a strike.
They get out of it anyway.
Pop fly to center field. Center fielder makes the play as he takes a seat as well.
Oh, man.
So it doesn't matter. They get out of it. The drama lives on.
Yep.
We're all drama here at the Colt World Series.
Every business we work with at Haley's has different security needs. As a certified Medico Security Center, we provide the highest quality products with affordable solutions for your business. E-cylinders fit into your existing hardware and are controlled from your computer. Medico Smart Solutions provide options for different employee access levels, patented key control, loss and liability protection. Surveillance cameras protect your employees and your business. Call today for your free business security assessment. Let the professionals at Haley's keep your business safe with locations in Lafayette and Crawfordsville.
Throws for the end zone, man open. That's a touchdown. Touchdown grab for Marriott. There you go.
And why pull up for a jumper from 3 or even a mid-range when you can go right down the lane?
Sowers is back, reaches up, and it's a grand slam for De La
Man's
Salle.
all alone. Scott got it.
Great look by Coach to break down the defense.
Extra innings here from Loeb Stadium. We're in the top of 9. South Korea and Mexico locked in a 3-3 tie. Second time today we've had some extra baseball, or free baseball, extra innings, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Been an entertaining game, though. I mean, besides the fact that it's getting later in the evening, we've covered so many games today. If you showed up, this was the only game that you came to and watched, you are not disappointed as a fan as how this one's turned out.
Yeah, you're getting your money's worth, that's for sure.
Now a conversation will take place with the home plate umpire.
You better stay off.
That's the second time this game that we've seen the head coach from Mexico come out and meet with the catcher, and then the catcher go to the mound or go somewhere and give the meeting. That's kind of a way to work around the meeting at the mound.
Yes, it is.
9-hitter up. 0 for 3 on the day. Shows bunt. Not ball 2.
Strike.
That one in there. 2-1 count. There's one thing I would encourage the South Korean coaches to do is teach hand placement on the bat for the bunting.
I would agree.
For South Korea.
I would agree. Because if you're going to do that, you have to be so perfect. Counts even at 2. Ouch.
That one comes up and in.
Ouch.
Elbow protector. And he'll take a trip down to first base.
I got that.
So you got the leadoff hitter aboard. Watch this one come in. And yep, right off the elbow protector.
You know, I was kind of wondering if that really hit him because Wu really kept looking back, almost like it may have hit the bat. But in that situation, you don't even give the umpire an opportunity. You run right down the baseline. You don't even look back.
This bunt in the air. We saw that backfire earlier.
In a couple of games.
With the aerial bunt.
Yeah. You know, bunting's a lost art, man, you know. You watch Sports Center, they never show the bunt hits, right? They show the bombs. They show the guys throwing guys out from the outfield.
You know, I wish as a Reds fan somebody would teach Billy Hamilton how to bunt.
Yep. And you can run like that, man.
Shows bunt, pulls back.
Can't double him up. That's as good as a sacrifice bunt there.
Moves the runner down to second base. So the go-ahead run now, just 90 feet away.
Yep, just gets jammed a little bit. Was able to move that runner up to second base. That's a productive out right there. That is a productive out. Tell you what, and you're one batter away from the 3-hitter, No Ji Woo, who's just looked really good today. Oh,
they
he
got
was
the
running
hit run on.
That distracted the shortstop. That did distract the shortstop. That's not a bad play there. Will go down as an E6, but I tell you, that play distracted the shortstop, and now you have runners at first and third with one out. Now, Sean, here's my question to you. Brian Guerrero's showing that he has one heck of an arm back there behind the plate. Do you try to steal second here to stay out of a double play?
Yep.
I'm with you.
I make him throw that because you never know what's going to happen on that throw. If he throws you out, great. You got a chance to maybe come back home.
I'm with you. But this has got to be something that you practice in your first and third situations because you got to know when to run, and they just concede the stolen base there. So now you have second and third with one out with the hottest hitter on the planet up right now. He's swinging a hot bat here. Let's see what No Ji Woo can do this time. The last time he just didn't try to do too much. He hit a line drive in a left center field gap, and he had that hand up as soon as he hit it because he knew he had some production there. So let's see what he does here now. Infield's drawn in.
Perfect on-base percentage today. He has reached every time he's come to the plate.
I'm telling you right now, I would put him on base. I would intentionally walk him. I would not let him swing here. This is a guy that I would not let this guy beat me.
1-1 count. Runners on second and third with one out. This one scoots away, but not far enough.
Yep, I would do it right now because now he's getting ahead in the count. I would intentionally walk this guy. You can't let him beat you. Just can't do it. There we go. There, he asked for it, but you don't have to do it here, right? You don't have to do that. Oh, what are you doing from the windup? I thought you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, they can just point, but they haven't. The head coach has not come out to request that.
Oh, man.
So you run the risk here. This is what we were talking about earlier with whether you like the rule or dislike the rule.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, that last one, that was pretty close. I mean, that was almost reachable.
I know. I've seen old Miguel Cabrera reach across and hit one when they were trying to intentionally walk him before.
I'm telling you. I like that decision, though, because there is no way I'm going to let No Ji Woo beat me. Again, I mean, it may come back and backfire, but I'm okay with that because the way he's swinging, he showed that he can go opposite field with his bat and he can pull the ball. That's not the guy I'm going to let beat me tonight.
Now you got the cleanup hitter now coming up 0 for 4 on the day.
Yep. Now you go back into double play depth.
But to his credit, the last one he hit on the line. Lined out to shortstop.
That's right. That's right. So let's see what happens here. Ball outside.
Even if Korea scores here, Mexico will have an opportunity.
Yep. And they fought back the entire game, man. Oh, my goodness. He made a play. Oh, he threw it away.
Throws it across the diamond. Had a chance to just step on the bag.
Yes, he did.
And he's arguing, saying that it was a foul ball.
That's a good – I would argue that as well, although I think that's a fair ball. I think that is the third base umpire's call because that ball was past the base when it was touched. That's a fair ball. Yes, it is.
Fair ball.
But that's the right thing to
in favor
do.
of South Korea. 2 runs will score.
If you're the coach from Mexico, you gotta go out and ask. Ooh, wow.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad I don't have to make that call. So how many runs? So that's going to be an E5. 2 runs scored on that.
Yep.
Runners on second and third still.
Guerrero gives chase and can't get to that one.
That may be the highest bunt I've ever seen that was not caught.
South Korea tacked on a couple of runs here.
Yes, they did. Yes, they have.
In the top of the 9th.
Still only 1 out.
Opportunity to do some more damage.
I'm telling you, those 2 runs out there are really important.
That one in there for a strike.
We see in this tournament, I go back to what I say when we do college games together. As long as you have aluminum bats and 15 and 16-year-olds, no lead is safe, all right?
Good cut there, swing and a miss. That'll be the
great cut.
Second out of the inning. As Yup is retired.
He's got 2 hits on there. He's got a single and a double. And I tell you, this is still a big situation because I'm telling you, those 2 runs out there are still so important.
You'd love to bring him in if you're South Korea just to cushion that lead a little bit.
I'm telling you.
And try to, if anything, just break the will and the spirits of the team from Mexico.
Absolutely. Because I'm telling you, I don't think 2 runs is going to scare them that much. They've been fighting back and fighting back. I mean, you got to try to bear down here and get a 2-out knock to get these 2 runs in. And if you're the middle infielders for Mexico, you have to get dirty. You cannot let this ball get to the outfield.
0-1 delivery.
Good pitch.
Breaking pitch in there for a strike.
Good pitch. And that's the breaking ball you want to throw to the lefty, kind of the backdoor breaking ball, because I think if you try to come with the front door when that ball gets hooked down the right field line for a base hit. Gonna go with that same backdoor breaking ball. Maybe not. Fastball away. Ooh. Ball came back in. He tried to go away, but he missed up and in.
1-2 count. Slap to the right side.
I thought that was he threw. Nice job by the second baseman.
Second baseman covers it up. Third out of the inning, retired. We head to the bottom of 9. South Korea plates a couple. See if they can hang on to the lead. 5-3 your score.
Hits the rim right as the light goes in. And
Hogan across the middle, finds the end zone, and touchdown.
Wow. Denhart looking to throw this time. Going deep down the field. He's got Fusich. Look at this one again.
Time will expire and the Gophers will win.
Is on the board. The North wins 10-7.
Hey, can you help me move?
Oh, you know what? I'm stuck at the office.
Hi, I'm moving.
No problem, sir. You can get your Xfinity services installed on the date you choose or have a self-install kit sent to your new home.
Thank you.
Finally get some help moving. Call 1-855-MOVE-EDGE today.
If Usain Bolt represents Xfinity Internet, what happens when we double the speed on 2 of our most popular plans? Meet his twice-as-fast brother, Usain Bolt. Now stream movies and shows twice as fast. Xfinity, the fastest just got faster.
We're back, bottom of the 9th inning. South Korea with a 5-3 lead. And what some might think is a little bit of a shocker here tonight if they're able to come and pull off this win, as Mexico is usually a very highly favored team by the time they reach this tournament. South Korea got a win in game number 1, and they lead here late in extra innings in game 2.
I think these kids are going to get on Just looking back at my scorecard, they scored 2 runs in that inning, and I don't think, did they have a hit?
Well, I'd have to go back and look at my scorecard.
They had a couple errors, but I don't know if they got a hit that inning.
No hits.
Wow.
You are correct. Got some dancers still there in the crowd from Mexico. If Mexico were to lose this game tonight, they would face off with the Lafayette All-Stars tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., which would give you probably 2 of the best followed teams as far as the type of crowds that they bring in when those 2 teams play.
Very true.
We could have a pretty big crowd for that first game tomorrow.
But I'm going to tell you, you just jinxed yourself, so you better sit down. You shouldn't have said that. Mexico's going to score 2 runs here.
Hey, if they do, then we play on. I'm here till the fat lady has sung on this day.
Angel Lujo is up to bat now.
Number 2 hitter for Mexico. That pitch out of the zone.
There again, I mean, he likes starting guys off with first pitch breaking balls. I'm telling you, I'm going to go up there, sit dead red breaking ball, try to deposit one over the fence.
Lugo 1 for 3 on the day. Ball 2.
2-0.
There's the graphic to confirm my statistical ability. There's ball 3. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you, to see him throw the breaking pitch right here, because that seems to be the pitch he's relied on as his pitch count has started to climb. Three 1 count. That went in there for a strike.
Good pitch.
Nice job of just bearing down and pulling it together.
Yep.
3-2. That pitch out of the zone for ball 4.
There's your leadoff walk.
So 2-run lead. Tying run steps to the plate. Brian Guerrero. Soon he's got a little bit of power in the game today. He got a couple hits. Guerrero does have 2 hits on the day, 1 RBI. That man there is Mr. Bourdonnais' father.
That's Terry Bourdonnais.
Terry Bourdonnais, affectionately known by us around here at MTC Sports as Boom Boom. I don't know why.
Is that AJ sitting there with him? I think he was.
Brian Guerrero now steps to the plate. First pitch in there for a strike.
Yes, it was. Brian Guerrero didn't appreciate the call, but doesn't matter what Brian Guerrero thinks.
2 for 4, 2 singles on the day. That RBI.
Nice pitch.
Breaking pitch.
Nice pitch. Really good pitch there. Breaking ball just off the inside part of the plate.
I know these guys might be from South Korea, but I think they've spent some time in Australia because that looked like a boomerang almost right there. That had some movement to it.
Nice pitch.
Another breaking pitch, that one in there for a strike. I think that's the most fun thing to do is when you throw it and the batter bails and it cuts back in for a strike.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's not a good feeling when you're the hitter. Oh, that's great pitching
Come back
there.
with some heat there and blew it by him.
That is a great sequence because the hitter's thinking, all he's thinking about is a big looping breaking ball, and he gets that fastball thrown right by him. And you can see Guerrero's just like, oh my goodness, what happened? He's just trying to find it off. That's just great pitching there. Great job.
Modest lead at first base. Cervantes check swing, doesn't matter. It's in there for a strike.
It's been a really, I know there's been some errors lately, and you're going to have errors here in this scene, but this has been a pretty well-played baseball game. Like a lot of action late. Big situations.
That one hit hard, but it's foul.
Tell you what, if you straighten that one out, that one's going to go pretty good there. And you got a good piece of that one.
That pitch up and out of the zone.
Well,
1-2 count now.
Here comes the breaking ball.
Think so?
Yes, sir.
I'd ask if you want to put money on it, but I heard gambling's illegal.
Well, we'll just keep it between us. Breaking ball. See ya.
Got him.
Yeah. That was your breaking ball again.
Second strikeout of the inning.
Just tremendous pitching, man.
Now for Mexico down to their final out in here.
That thing's got some major bite to it. Major bite.
Jaime Sanudo will step to the plate. He represents that tying run for Mexico. That pitch in there for a strike. And I can tell you this late in the game, if it's close, it's going to be a strike at this point in time.
I'm going to say this at the expense of getting beat up by everyone here in the press box. I'm going for a 2-run jack right here.
I got your back, man.
Whoa.
Swing and a miss there with a breaking pitch.
You're not going to get the 2-run jack if you throw that pitch again. I can tell you that. That breaking ball is devastating. I think you can do either one here. You can go with the breaking ball here, or you can surprise him with the fastball, and I don't think he's going to get to it because he's sitting breaking ball right now.
Saw some fans reacting to that one in the stands.
There's your fastball.
Chopper.
Tough play.
Fielded
fair ball.
in fair territory, the throw.
They called
Got
a foul
him.
ball. Umpire,
Nope.
he called it right away. He had his hands up the entire time, so there was no, indecision there. He called it right away. Good job by the home plate umpire. And whether it was foul or not, who knows? It doesn't matter, guys. Home plate umpire called foul ball right away. Let's see. That's a great call by the umpire. That is a great call by the home plate umpire.
So Sanudo will step back in. 0-2 count, 2 outs.
Folks, that's textbook umpiring right there. Made the call right away. See ya.
Got him with the breaking pitch, and South Korea has won the first 2 games of the Colt World Series. They will move on to face the Netherlands tomorrow. That game's scheduled to start at 6:30 p.m. Because of the lateness of this game, we're going to go ahead and sign off from right here. 5-3 is your score. South Korea with the winner. We appreciate you tuning into our coverage here from day number 2. Day 3 will kick off tomorrow. Coverage beginning around 11 a.m. There will be 4 games for you. It'll be the Lafayette All-Stars and Mexico in that first game at 11 a.m. For more information, visit ColtWorldSeries.com. For Chris Walker, I'm Sean Walker. Thanks for tuning in.